Scrappy Doo found dead in Miami.
Yeah, shot dead outside of 7-Eleven.
Oh my god.
Okay, and Shaboop, we are live. Sorry, Shaboop, we are live. Excellent. Okay. Holy shit, are we all ready to escape the Arbor?
No.
No.
Like, yes, but no.
We did a hit point check-in, and honestly, Morchi is looking bad.
Things are rough.
Jokes on you guys. I designed Mud to be. I'll be okay with it if he dies.
But what about your new best friend Rahi? She's gonna be so depressed.
Yeah, it would be good character growth for her.
She already lost her wife.
She lost her wife.
Jesus.
And then her wife came back with amnesia.
It's fine. He's just a wretched little boy. It's
and
fine.
then
He's our wretched little boy.
Then her own, she has 3 friends. It's me, the Duke, and Mud.
Sorry, the 4th one got kidnapped by Mabel Redwood. So yeah, so. So is there any thing that we want to say to date the video? Anything in the news, or we want to hop right into it?
Chris Pratt is Garfield, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah, they're making a Garfield movie, and surprise, surprise, Chris Pratt is.
I just don't get it. Why is Chris Pratt Garfield and Chris
Why is
Pratt
he everywhere?
Mario? Why? Who thought? Yeah, this is a great idea.
Mushroom
I heard.
Kingdom.
I take this with a grain of salt because I cannot remember where I read it on the internet. But I read somewhere that a lot of the movies coming out now were in production when COVID restrictions were stricter, and he apparently refused to get vaccinated.
Yes.
So he couldn't do
I remember that
in
fact.
person on movie sets. But take that with a grain of salt because I read it somewhere on the internet and I don't know if
That's
it's true.
He's like, how can I get around COVID restrictions? I know. I'll take roles from voice actors.
Well, it's I think Kate sent me a TikTok that was. It was voice actors training their ass off to get roles. Chris Pratt walks up with his regular ass voice. That's basically all it fucking is.
It's just me.
It's over. Shit.
Yeah, which sucks because there are voice actors who have voiced Garfield that are still alive.
Yeah.
Who they could have asked, but they don't draw tickets like big Hollywood named Chris Pratt.
Crispy
Did
rat.
people
Crispy
go to the
rat.
movie
Crispy rat.
just for him?
I don't know. I truly don't know how Hollywood works.
It's all about who you know.
White
Apparently,
man-
Chris Pratt is in right now.
For some reason.
Oh, he's.
Well, it's like with Tom Holland when he became Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
And where it's he does not fit that role. Mark Wahlberg fit that role better than Tom Holland did.
But now Tom Holland is Zendaya's fiance, so he doesn't need to work anymore.
Exactly.
Wait.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. My goodness.
Since when?
Oh, why? Maybe they're not engaged. Maybe they're just dating. But
They're definitely dating.
But they walk around with Zendaya's hand in his back pocket, so they're gonna get married eventually.
Yeah, he's her trophy wife,
There
so
you go,
he doesn't need to work
exactly.
anymore.
So true.
As of September 2023, clarified that they are not engaged. Liar.
Liars.
Thank you
Soon
for
they
the
will
update.
be.
Liar,
This will be a prediction.
Plans for
I
hire.
assume.
Okay, so with all of that, is there? Oh, what's up?
That's just me getting into character.
Okay, excellent. Is everybody in character? Everybody ready? Okay, got it.
No thoughts.
No thoughts.
Okay, good, excellent. Keep the no thoughts. I want all improv again, and I'm gonna say this just on the onset. Be as creative as you want. Pull out all the stops. Do everything you can to wiggle your way out of the worst situation these characters have ever been in. I will say no to almost nothing. The second worst situation. Yeah, exactly.
Good to know.
Okay.
Good to know. I feel better about my stupid plan.
No, Drew already said no to my thing that I texted him earlier.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on blast, Gab. You said, "Can I convince Morirak to get out of Netlocks and come down into the tunnels?" And I just sent back. I was like, "Sorry to break it to you, almost definitely no."
Oh my god. Morirak, meet me outside.
Points for trying.
Catch these hands. They're rated E for everyone, asshole.
Can't she have inspiration for trying?
What? No. What?
Just for coming up with the idea.
You could just be like, "Let me kill you." Okay. It's just-
Get a good
All
noodle
right,
Meet me
stir.
outside.
It's like,
got
well,
me
because
there.
most D&D YouTubers give advice of like how to make combat better, and it's like have your villains or like your enemies act like real people. And I feel like for most people, they wouldn't just let someone kill them if asked politely.
You can do it in Baldur's Gate. You
I
can
was
do it
gonna-
in Baldur's Gate.
I was gonna give her some compelling information.
Okay. I am unaware. I already know it's going to be a crock of horseshit because I'm not sure what the information is.
It's nothing.
What do you mean by that?
Literally
Can't
nothing.
tell her anything.
I didn't create this character, Drew did, so I have no idea what my compelling information really was going to be, but it's okay.
Okay.
You
I'm
hand her
pregnant.
like you
It's
you
like,
slip her a note and it just says eat shit.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Hearts around it.
Okay, so with all that, we ready to hop in?
Yeah.
We want to play some D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then everybody, a deep and
Yarhar.
cleansing breath, and let's hop right into episode 25, Escape
Yo-ho!
from the Arbor. Okay.
Yo ho.
Everybody, please join me. And everything after the breath is canon. Okay, you guys want a quick summary before we hop in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say yeah, sure.
For
exactly.
the audience's sake. For the audience's sake. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like Blue's Clues. Okay. Guys, the Battle of the Bards was won. The gold, 13,000, was split between the packed Pachydons and Cowrie and the Shinies. Her was able to pay off her bounty to Phoebe, Goldtooth Squall, and Morchi obtained the loot of Tholthod at Tur the First. But that's when the insanity just begun. During the encore, Cowrie using the loot and the pick together caused an absolute cataclysm. A hurricane force bass drop sent head rolls, NPCs, and onlookers flying in every direction. The stage was all but destroyed. And her and Mud were separated from Olive and Cowrie. Olive, using her magical abilities, was able to pull Cowrie out of this power-high trance, stopping the destruction and definitely saving countless lives. But after a command went out from Netlock to seize both Olive and Cowrie, the group has begun running for their lives in a mad dash to get back to their ship, the SS Ramshackle. Now, Olive and Cowrie fly through the skies of Livenline, and her, Mud, Rahi, and the Duke crawl their way into the smuggler tunnels underneath Livenline, and we can now begin the escape from the Arbor. And to start this game, we all excited. I mean, I gotta ask. Yes, and yes. Okay,
Yes.
so number one, start the game. Rollies. We're gonna do a little bit of rollies to see who goes first here, because we got two teams right now. I would like Tunnel Team and Sky Squad to give me a quick initiative roll. We're going to use the highest of the two of the teams. So Kate and Darby and Moss and Gab. We're going to take whoever's higher there, and that's going to determine who goes first. We're going to hop back and forth between you guys, but just to kind of get the ball rolling. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so what everybody get?
Whatever I get.
I got a 16.
16?
I got
19.
5. Equal to my hit points.
19 for her. Kate, what'd you get?
A natural 20.
A natural 20. Then Sky Squad will be going first. Okay. We cut, again, bird's eye view, whipping wind. We cut over, and Cowrie and Olive, you guys are rushing and bobbing and weaving through the skies of Livenline, dodging full buildings. However, you guys were caught by 4 Aarakocra pirates that were able to close the gap and follow you during your insane escape north away from the crowd of 15,000. And they were able to... once again, just to kind of give a quick summary. Olive and Cowrie smashing through a high-rise bedroom, coming out the other side, Olive turning into a potted plant, and then coming out of it turning into a potted plant. The 2 Aarakocra were able to catch up to you and grasp onto you. Olive having 1 Aarakocra holding onto your shoulder, and Cowrie having an Aarakocra hold onto your wrist. You guys are like shaking back and forth in the sky as you guys are hurtling through the air, again dodging closed lines and going over and around buildings. What do you both do?
So, actually,
even though even though my surge didn't do anything, I still casted light on a pair of boxers and flung them at these pirates. So can we make some rolls about whether or not a brightly shining pair of underwear distracted these pirates?
Not a problem. I will roll 2 con saves. It's going to be a DC of 9. Because light is only a cantrip. It's not that powerful. These guys get a +2. Has to be a 7 or higher for them to pass. Make sense?
My spell save DC is 15.
Yeah, but it's light. So like it wouldn't
But
be...
it's magic light.
You know what I will say? You're kind of riding the high off of being on the stage. If you give me an... give me a quick...
Also, technically, it says that if... for the attack save, like if I'm casting light on an object they're wearing, it's a dex save. So does that help me or hurt me?
No, so
if
you know what I'm
dex
saying?
versus con?
I'm going to say give me an Arcana check very fast.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check of 16, and that's going to make it your spell save DC.
14.
14? Okay, so it's going to be a DC of 9. Okay.
Okay.
With a 10 and a 20, although the boxers and these like small clothes, hearts on them, hit the Aarakocra in the face and just they rip it off. No blinded condition. Sadly, does not have any effect.
All right.
Okay, so both of you, these guys are able to close the distance, grasp onto you. No negative conditions, but lower HP, lower AC. These guys are not like high class assassins. They're just random people that caught you. What do you guys do?
Question.
Yes.
If I pull out Rock Y'all, am I able to give this a once over, give it a magical little feely feel, and figure out if I can do anything with it?
I need to go into the little card that I have for Rock Y'all. And... Okay, so... Give me a quick investigation or Arcana check to see if you can figure out real quick what this thing does. You know that it's like one of the like metallic electrical loot, basically, but like just to see if you can figure out what this thing does specifically.
Okay.
Can I help them?
Yeah, sure.
First roll was good. Second roll was less good. But
Right.
it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you would understand that Rock Y'all, well, first of all, it can be used as essentially as a club. If you wanted to use it as a melee weapon, it would be a d6 plus whatever your melee attack bonus would be for a strength-based weapon. However, its magical effect is as a bonus action, it can cast the Shatter spell. Now, so just to let you know what that would be, it would be, so friendly creatures being unaffected, it'd have a 10-foot radius around you. It'd be a DC 15 con save, and on a fail, it would do 3d8 thunder damage on a fail or half on save. Make sense? It has,
Yes.
It has dirty 20, it has 2 charges per long rest, and Cinta only used it once. So there's one more charge stored up.
So pulling out Rock Y'all and holding it and realizing that's what it does, I am going to give it a strum. It is an awful discordant chord, and I'm going to cast Shatter.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'll make those con saves right now. Well, both of those are immediate failures. Give me 3d8 of thunder damage.
3d8?
I find it
Yeah.
so funny that Cowie has now
Three
three
loots.
magical
Oh
loots.
yeah. Let's
76
go.
trombones.
You pulled the wrong one. You set up a nuke by accident.
13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. Excellent. I have a question for you. Do you use the pick to do that?
No. I shoved the pick back into Thulthauditor's loot, and I am scared of that thing.
Okay, you have made a very smart decision. As
Oh no!
with was it 11 points of damage?
Yes, it was. No, it was
No, 13.
13.
Oh, 13 points of
13.
damage. Excellent. You were able to watch. Is this lethal or non-lethal damage?
Cowrie's too panicked to differentiate.
Okay.
If it's lethal, it's lethal.
Okay, as you guys are again flying through these like the city skyline, you're able to whip out. You're able to pull away with one of your hands from the Aarakocra and and in like a discordant electrical humming fills Olive's ears. And you're able to watch as a shockwave pushes both of these Aarakocra, I'm going to say just both off of Olive and off of you, Cowrie. And you're able to watch as, again, not differentiating between friend and foe here. Now, Rock Y'all cannot be used again magically until your next long rest. But one Aarakocra flies up and goes, ah! And you're able to watch as going probably roughly 45 miles an hour with how quickly you're going, just and splats into one of the buildings of Livenleen. And the other one is blown off, and his head clips into the side of a building, immediately killing him, and his body and tumbles and splatters on the ground. As both these Aarakocra are immediately killed by Rock Y'all.
Oh. So that was my bonus action.
Yes.
With my action, I am going to take one of my potions of healing, Lil Snuff Box, and I am going to shove it in Olive's face real quick. You're like, you don't look good, I'm sorry.
You also,
You look worse.
all right.
You shove a little box of powder, Olive. You do that. Go ahead and roll healing for that.
That is 8 points of healing.
8 points of healing. Okay.
I'll take it.
Doing coke and killing men. Olive, as you your nose is covered in red dust and powder as these Aarakocra are falling to their or either falling to their deaths or just straight up dead. And you're able to see the two again. There was 4 of them. 2 of them dead now. 4 of them pursuing you, probably like 15 feet behind. You're able to just kind of see them go like, more money for us. And they are in rapid pursuit of you still.
Okay. And when they grabbed us, we stopped, or are we still moving?
You were able to feel you kind of shift away from Cowrie, messing up your aerodynamics, but you are now pulled back tightly into Cowrie, basically your head over their shoulder, tight to Cowrie's chest, and you guys are now, again, whipping it south towards Ancraft.
Okay. First, after I do a little line of coke, I turn to Cowrie. Do you want to keep flying?
Is there another option?
I hold up the whistle. I have a ride if you want to keep flying by yourself.
Ooh, whatever you think is best, as long as you promise to be safe.
Of course, and in no means am I offering to split. I want to make this easier for you, and I don't want to weigh you down.
Okay, I will stay right above you.
Very, very well, and I will blow the whistle as loud and as long as my lungs will let me.
I would like.
And is it like a dog whistle? Does it make noise?
You get the sense that Shusuva. So this thing. So you can't hear it, but you would assume high frequency noise.
Okay.
I want you to give me an animal handling check. This one not being that difficult.
Okay.
We'll say
Getting
DC
out of
12.
this with a puppy.
How not difficult?
DC
is
12.
It? I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Can I give her advantage?
There we go. No, I'm good. I
Okay.
got there.
You got there?
I got a 12 exactly.
You got a 12 exactly? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
As you blow this whistle so loud, and you're just able to hear maybe 8-9 city blocks away. And you're able to hear a call from it as I just spit everywhere. As the long... You're able to kind of learn this. The long command from the whistle is the recall command, and you would just learn that based upon that response. And you know that Shusuva right now, based upon scent and that sound, is booking it towards you right now.
Okay. After I do that, I turn to Carrie and says, "Once the dog gets here, feel free to go low and drop me on top of him. But for now, let's keep flying. I will try to shake these things off. You focus on navigating, and
again,
whistles
full conversations.
We're right here.
His guns being fired at you.
The whistle is a bonus action we established?
I'm gonna say that's gonna be just an object interaction, just to make it fun for you.
Cool. Then what I'm gonna do is bonus action. I'm gonna convert some spell slots for sorcery points. Yeah, that should. Yeah, I'm gonna convert dupe for dupe, and then there's 4 barreling towards us.
Oh, there was 4 total. 2 are dead. You got 2 more.
Got 2 more. Oh, beautiful. Then with that was a bonus for my action. I'm gonna cast. Going off that same instinct of just grabbing linens, I'm gonna cast catapult, but I'm gonna expend 2 sorcery points to twin spell it, so that I grab one set of like lingerie, but as I'm casting it, another appears in my hands as I launch them at these 2 Aarakocra.
Oh, perfect, excellent. What check do I have to make for that?
They both have to make a Dex save DC 15.
Dex save DC 15? Okay, got it, no problem. Our Dexy, this has to be a 11 or lower from them to fail. And with a 6 and a 5 on the die, they both fail. Okay, roll your damage.
That's...
Oh.
Ooh, that's 3d8 of... 4, I think it's... I never know... No, bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning
3d8
damage, okay, got it.
Bludgeoning damage. That's good. 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
18. I have one question. What kind of piece of clothing do you grab from the linen lines?
Bras.
Okay.
Braziers.
And is this lethal damage or is this non-lethal damage?
This is lethal.
This is lethal damage. You are able to kind of like spin around in Cowrie's arms and see like a washing line right in front of you, and Cowrie kind of like ducking up and down and around. You're able to reach up and grab 2 bras off of a washing line, spin around in Cowrie's arms, and as you let them go, it's confusing because it's like you're just grabbing whatever you can, and this is not like a solid object. You watch as, imbued with like a green oceanic energy, these bras are able to grasp onto the faces of the Aarakocra and latch themselves, almost like what hawk blinders are. And immediately as these 2 Aarakocra are blinded, they are unable to like properly navigate the insane geometry of Livenline, and they both immediately and like birds against windows slam into a skyscraper that you and Cowrie dodge out of the way of, both being dead immediately. These guys only had 10 HP. They are just like random pirates. They are not that sturdy at all, as you guys have escaped your Aarakocra pursuers. But again, Cowrie, you are able to look down, all of kind of being in your chest, and you're able to see, there they are! Get them now! Guns being fired at you, arrows. Again, not the crowd of 15,000. Those are still running after you, but now it seems that the call has extended into Livenline, and now random pirates that were not with the Battle of the Bards are now hunting after you. But moving quickly, you were able to race towards the district of Simbleton, and do you both mind if we cut away over to the tunnel team?
Not at all.
Okay, excellent. Get cut over the tunnel team real quick.
And Shosuva's coming?
Shusuva is booking it and will meet up with you in Simbleton.
Gotcha.
Just remind me of that if I don't touch on that. Sound good?
Give me my dog.
Perfect. Her, Mud, the Duke, and Rahi. You guys just jumped down. You guys are able to basically jump down the hatch in the speakeasy. With her, your impeccable memory of this tunnel system. Well, it exists. You don't know every tunnel, but you know that it exists. You're able to look up towards the hole you just jumped down, and you're able to see Netlocks crumbling building around them, and look down the hole directly towards you guys. A massive mechanical eye glare at you before one of her hands and scoops into a sea like an excavator scooper and begins to move soil, basically like construction equipment, to tunnel down towards you guys. Now, Before I describe anything else about the situation, can I describe to you what is like the environment around you?
Yeah.
Gab, do you want to say something before I do that?
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, not a problem. I'm gonna change the music real quick.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh. Boop. Okay. So down the hatch from the speakeasy, none of you used it, but there was a nailed together ladder of old, musty, rotting wood against a seemingly ancient wooden slab. You were able to descend down maybe 20 feet, and again, the environment around you is very cramped. And you realize that the walls and the ceiling, like the ceiling of the tunnel next to you, and the floor underneath your feet, it's comprised of a deep earthen sand. It's compact and it's damp from the groundwater seeping in, and nothing more than a few wooden beams and supports are keeping the tunnel from collapsing under its own weight. You see these supports are dotted every 5 feet or so, and you're able to realize that, like, further into the tunnel, like, as light begins to disappear, you're able to watch as, like, water leaks out from the walls like a natural faucet, and it drips from the ceiling like an involuntary rain. So the ground is also comprised of this sand, but it's more similar to mud. And you guys are able to watch, looking up at this horror, looking over towards the Duke. The Duke's foot slowly sinks about 4 inches deep into the earth. That's because, unlike the Duke, her, Mud, and Rahi, you guys are all standing on a flat slab of wood that's like creaking and groaning from your weight. But it's able to spread out like basically able to spread out the tension enough to keep you from being like stuck in the muck. And then finally, like the ladder coming down, the opposite side, like right behind you, you're able to see a tunnel. And it seems like this like wider area that you guys are in was some kind of loading area for the speakeasy. And you see like a couple barrels and crates are long since forgotten right by the ladder that are still waiting to be pulled up into the hatch, but have been since forgotten and destroyed by time. And the last thing I'll say, the tunnel before you, it's 5 feet wide. The architecture is uneven, either from poor design or from decades of neglect. And even what you can see until it disappears into darkness, it's such a tight space, you will have to pass in a single file line if you want to progress. Okay, so that's the tunnel before you. Seeing Netlocks moving all this earth, what do all of you do?
Can I make a nature check to smell the ocean water and follow where that is?
Wow. Yes, you definitely can. Yes.
And while Mud's doing that, you said there's a bunch of barrels and stuff. Can I grab scraps of it to make it into firewood if I zap some like lightning onto it?
Okay. Great.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Keep that roll. Keep that roll real quick. I need a survival check. A survival check or a nature check from you, her. Okay.
Oh fuck. 16?
16. Excellent. Mud, what'd you get?
A 15.
15. Okay. Mud, the bones in your face begin to crack as you can feel your nose flatten and elongate like that of a mole. And you're able to, as the wrinkles of your nose begin to sniff, you're able to smell the salty seawater dripping out of the walls and the ceiling. And you're able to recognize the scent of it coming stronger from down this tunnel. And you get the sense that you can't pinpoint like what tunnels are the correct ones, but you can definitely keep the group oriented moving south. Make sense?
Okay.
There's that. Her. You start making these torches. Any kind of wrappings, or you just kind of grab like the driest pieces of wood you can and just zap them?
I mean, I'm gonna try with whatever I have. I'd like to get some fabric, but if there's no fabric, because it's been here for so long, you know, like wrap on the torch.
The most fabric person here is the Duke. If you want to start ripping fabric off the Duke.
I turn to the Duke and I say, "Do you mind?" And I like point to his like the bottom edges of his like pant legs.
He like pulls up his pants and goes, "I most certainly do," and he starts like ripping at his pant legs to give you some cloth. As Netlocks has now dug about 5 feet out of the tunnel coming down toward you guys.
Can we see Netlock still?
Yes.
So-
We need to go.
So before we do, real quick, if
No.
I was to cast like, oh, it's just cold damage. Never mind. I thought it was, it would create like ice or something. I was wondering if I did like frostbite on his hand that's scooping, if that would like get it frozen stuck. I don't know.
I'm gonna say it would be more advantageous to save that slot and run than it would.
Okay.
Fighting Netlocks right now is gonna be a losing battle because you'll run out of hit points before you'll run out of spell slots before they run out of hit points. Make sense?
Right. Yeah, then I'll just light these up and I'll give like, I guess I'll try to give everyone one, but if not, only 2 people.
Also, you're able to make 2, and it can be Mud. It can be you and the Duke, and then Mud and Rahi. Make sense?
Okay, sounds good.
And you guys do you guys go down the tunnel?
I'm following Mud.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mud will. Did he summon his tail or no? I
Tail,
don't remember
yes.
for his final.
That was
okay.
a tail.
He's gonna try and hold the torch with his tail and just start running like on all four limbs, just down the tunnel.
Horrifying. As Mud, you're able to do that, and a single file line. It goes you, it goes Rahi, it goes her, and the Duke finally. Make sense? What's up?
Can I say something too? I don't know. Actually, no.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know how to do this. So
We keep secrets then. Excellent. You guys go down the tunnel. Okay. You guys begin running down the tunnel, and I'll say like you make it maybe 20 feet, and like you make it 20 feet, and it's the visible light, darkness, you guys and your torchlight, again, burning. It's hot and it's smoky. It's like wet firewood, and there's darkness before you, leading further into the tunnel system. And you guys are able to see that pirates, like the people from the Battle of the Bards, begin hopping into the hole to follow after you guys. As that happens, as they begin kind of looking around, and they look down the tunnel and they see Mud on all fours with a torch for his tail, and it looks like a land version of an anglerfish. Immediately you see them all kind of like, wait, one of us has to be first, and they all kind of get ready to rush after you.
Ooh,
But you guys are able to hear above.
Scare him.
You mean intimidation check? Yeah.
Do I get advantage because I'm like real spooky right now?
And it's pitch black. Yeah. Give me something with advantage.
A land anglerfish.
Fuck, I'm not good at this. God damn it.
You have a negative charisma.
You know what? Also, you can use strength for your intimidation roll. I'll allow that.
Charisma.
Charisma.
So then that is a 17.
A 17. Again, all of these guys kind of are right where near Netlocks is trying to dig down to, and you guys are able to hear Netlocks then scream out super loud, and you guys are able to notice that Netlocks and Morirak can speak to each other, and so the more clear sentences are from Morirak inside of Netlocks, and Netlocks is more of the very robotic information driven, and you guys are able to hear 2 sentences back to back. Number 1 is you're able to hear Netlocks analyze structural integrity, and then after you guys are then able to hear structural integrity 2.3%, collapse imminent. And then you are able to hear as Netlock stands up straight, and you're able to hear the wooden building above Netlocks begin to collapse in on itself on top of the tunnel, on top of the entrance you guys just came through. And you watch as panicked, just pirates begin panickedly screaming and try to climb up the almost destroyed ladder that leads back up and out of the tunnels. And the last thing you guys are able to see is small bits of sand and wood splinters as these supports begin to give out at the entrance itself, as wet sand and water cause a complete cave-in of the entrance that you guys just came through. That's the bad news, but the good news is Pirates cannot follow you from that entrance anymore. But now you are trapped underneath the arbor in this tunnel system, with only Mud's direction of knowing which way is south being your guide. Okay, we all good?
Yeah, great, Drew. We're doing great.
Very happy. Excellent.
Having so much fun.
Perfect. I need everybody here to give me a quick wisdom saving throw. And it's only going to be a DC 10. All right?
Okay. We're good.
All good?
Oh, shit. I'm proficient in wisdom saving throws. That's a 21.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 22.
Excellent. You guys are able to, the feeling of being trapped settles in on you. But you guys know, you have two very important things. You have Mud, who's a compass, and you have light. With those two things, you're going to be okay. Can I please get an insight check from both of you as you begin to move down this 5-foot wide tunnel one at a time?
Should I flip my coin or should I keep this?
Up to you.
should. I got a 17, so
Okay.
I don't. Wait, no, sorry, I got an 18. Sorry,
Yeah,
18.
I got a 9.
18. I'm going to say that with that kind of working in a line here, you're all able to hear, with a 2 on the die, you're able to hear, and you guys are able to, you're all able to look back at this very aggressive breathing, towards the sound, and you're able to see Rahi's wings are clamped in towards her body, and her chest is rapidly rising and falling. Mud, what was your roll again? The exact number?
18.
18? You would know this from the fucked up punishments back in Tangleroot, that one of the punishments was known as the box. And you learned what claustrophobia was from the people that responded the worst to being in the box. And I'm going to say this can be known between Mud and her, with the Duke immediately turning around to try to keep Rahi calm, that Rahi has claustrophobia.
Mud will look between her and Rahi and the Duke, and not knowing if he should help or not, will kind of just hunch there for a little bit. And then I think he's going to drop his rage, hand his torch to her, and sit and approach Rahi with his hands up.
Okay, so bit of a problem. You can't approach her right now because you guys are locked up in this 1, 2, 3 order. You literally cannot pass by each other because the ceiling is cramped towards you, and there's water leaking onto you. You're basically locked up in the order that you chose going into this tunnel. Okay.
Okay.
You bet you're basically spelunking right now.
I'll whisper in the Duke's ear because the Duke is in front of me. And I'll say, do you think words of encouragement will help, or should we stay silent?
Looks back towards Rahi, and Rahi's eyes are not any observable kind of weather pattern. It is just storm clouds and riling wind and lightning strikes as you're able to see her. She can hear all of this, and she is totally silent and then just breathing and looking forward.
I turn to Duke and I go, so is that a yes or a no?
I think we should get the fuck out of here as fast as we humanly can.
Okay. Mud, pick up the pace a little bit.
Got it. I will not drop my rage then. I will keep
Okay, I will allow that. No problem at all. As you guys can do as Rahi.
If we keep going, we will get out of this. I promise you.
Fucking right, we will. We're not fucking stopping in here. As Rahi basically just keeps pushing onto hers back to have everybody kind of move faster. As she got a nat 20 this time.
Wait, what's the order? I thought it was Mud, Rahi, the Duke, me.
Mud. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Mud, Rahi, the Duke. Mud, Rahi, you, and then the Duke. The Duke will be in the rear so that you and Mud can be access to both of them basically.
Sounds good.
Just kind of shoves into Mud and just kind of keeps, as you just hear her wings are just roiling with energy. as
I will hold the flame with my tail in front of her and ask her to focus on it as we're moving.
I will say you can then give her advantage on the next wisdom saving throw, as which would then mean it's going to be a flat roll because Rahi gets disadvantage on the wisdom saves to keep her cool. I luckily rolled. Oh, sorry. Okay, she got a nat 20. I got a 19 and a 20 on her roll, even with disadvantage, so she's all good this time. And the last thing I'm going to ask before we cut back over to the Sky Squad is going to be for one of you. I want one of you to decide right now who's going to flip a coin for me.
What? What? Who's doing it? I'm scared.
All right.
You got it. You got it. I believe.
It doesn't count. I have to try again. Okay.
2 hours later.
Okay. What'd you get?
Wait, I'll get it this time, buds. It's heads.
You got heads? All right. Okay. As you head down this passageway, outside of the light casted by these makeshift torches, it's almost pitch black. The smell of smoke begins to fill the air, and to everyone except for Mud, almost begins to overpower the scent of deep seawater, essentially, as it almost seems like the torches are putting off more smoke than they are fire. You're able to hear scurrying around you in the tunnels. It's maybe it could be rats, maybe it'd be insects, maybe it's something larger. But in between these panels that you guys are walking on, again, 5 feet, if you're down here
Running.
you're down here for what feels like hours as you guys are, running on, as you guys are moving as fast as you can down these tunnels. Just no disadvantage, like no gameplay effects, but your foot slips on one of the panels, and your foot is swallowed whole by a pocket of freezing cold water, and it chills you to the bone very quickly. It soaks your boot right through all of the layers, and you continue down this tunnel. You keep creeping down the tunnel. Again, the chittering occurring around you now. You turn a corner. Some of you hands on the walls, some of you torches in front of you. And you're able to see what looks like the side of a wooden wall jutting into one of the tunnels, horizontally so. And as you kind of look past, through a small little horizontal slit, you're able to see what looks like an underground chamber full of different wooden panels and wooden juts and wooden beams. And can I get a quick perception check or survival check or an investigation check?
What were the options? Survival, perception?
Perception or investigation.
15.
15?
Investigation. We'll do survival for 21.
Okay, you're both able to
Nice.
recognize this. Mud still moving south. Another kind of flash of that memory of the tunnel system. You guys have been moving south. You're going in the right direction. However, you know that you're still underneath Livenline. You're getting to the end of Livenline. And what you're looking at now, based upon the wooden juts coming down, you look up and it seems like they're coming into the basically, there's the small little entranceway to this chamber, and the chamber itself all these different wooden platforms and things. You realize this is the structural support system for some of the taller buildings in Livenline, and their supports have sunken down into these earthen tunnels unintentionally. And you realize as you look towards this pocket, again, it's an open pocket, but still very cramped because of all these man-made obstacles. This is a veritable jungle gym that you will have to crawl and climb through. You'll have to go up and duck your head down and get your chest close to your knees. And even though the area is going to open up, it's going to be tighter than the tunnel so far. Make sense?
Great.
Okay. Back
Does
to the
my
Sky
tail
Squad.
fit in here? Sorry.
What's up? Who? What?
Does my tail fit in here?
Your tail is currently, just to kind of add to the horror aspect, is currently going in between Rahi's legs and is jutting up against her's leg, and like the tip of it is like slapping at the Duke's knee. Like it's basically slithering in between and around the rest of your party.
There's no way that your tail is holding the light.
Yeah.
You're holding it.
You're like Lord Joe, you're holding your tail and the light's in front of you.
Yeah, because me and Rahi are both like 6 foot, so we're kind of like ducking down.
Oh yeah, everyone here is like hunched over, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, all good there. Cut back over to Sky Squad. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get the music back up then. It's gonna be loud as fuck. Oh my lord.
Prepare your eardrums.
Prepare your ears. Prepare. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, I'm cracked. I'm adjusting music volumes. I'm cracked.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. All right, 4 pursuers down. Shusuva on its way over to you. You guys are about to enter into the district of Simbleton. Does that sound good?
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Is there any, now the pursuers are down, pirates noticing you, beginning to come after you, is there any kind of action you guys would like to take before you enter into Simbleton? I give a very quick, kind of like highlighted description of the district.
How far, Darbs, I'll leave this to you. How high have we been flying? Like, how many feet in the air would you say?
We were probably originally maybe like between like 30 or so feet up, but now that we're waiting for Shusuva, I've like scooched us a little bit lower.
Okay.
So maybe like a little over 20 or so.
Okay. Drew, get your hand out of my box.
I'm so sorry. Hey, yo, all right, yeah.
Hey, yo, pause. Stop it. Just shut up. And these people are like starting to come out of their homes, or like, have they noticed us yet?
Well, now, so you guys are flying lower, kind of like, the voices are traveling almost as fast as you guys are, and so with each block you pass, maybe like, so basically, you pass a block, you get to the next block, the block behind you comes out of their homes to chase you. So you guys have, like, again, that same, like, 10, 15 second lead.
Okay, then I want to put in that space, I want to put a minor illusion. And I'll make it one of the dead Aarakocra pirates. Be like, "What? I went this way!" And I'll throw it the opposite direction of us.
Give me a quick, you can give me an Arcana check, or you can give me a Deception check. It's up to you.
I think...
Kara, if you want to help, you definitely can.
Ooh, can I bolster that by making another silent image appear on a ledge or towards like the top of one of the buildings that we're passing, like splitting off from us, to make it look like there's an Olive and a Cowrie like stopping there to like take a healing potion or something.
I will say that's really fucking cool. One of you can have it if you guys want. I'll say this is like the help action. One of you can roll for both of you with advantage.
You can have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your Arcana or Deception? Because I think you might have it.
Oh, my Arcana is +1. My Deception is +5.
You take it. You have a higher than
Okay.
me. Take the advantage.
Okay, doc.
Okie doke.
2 15s for a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You got again Olive, Cowrie, making a Olive and Cowrie that look panicked and injured, that just begin huffing down coke as fast as they humanly can. With Olive, very smart with the Aarakocra part. They went that way. Pointing over. You guys are able to see the crowd running after you down the street, look over, and they see you guys in the balcony, and as, like, gunshots and arrows begin to be thrown over towards the illusions, luckily missing, you're able to watch as, like, 5 pirates rush over and just shoulder charge the door as easily in about the 6 seconds of this, like, encounter taking place, about 4 or 5 dozen pirates rush into the building and kind of, like, divert the stream just momentarily. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys keep on rushing. You guys have bought yourselves another very few valuable seconds as you are racing towards Simbleton, now out of Livenline, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you keep rushing it, can I give you guys a very quick description of the highlights of Simpleton? I don't have time for a full 10-minute description.
Do the whole prepared description in 2x speed.
I don't have it. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, what you are able to see, as you guys are rushing towards it, the buildings, like, you reach the end of Livenleen, you cross over the main street of Ubhav that cuts between Livenleen and Simpleton, and then you're able to watch as, like, the buildings outward, like, as soon as you're out of Livenleen and over Ubhav, no more super tall buildings blocking your view of anything. The architecture becomes lower, and it starts being made of like stone with like proper infrastructure and proper mortaring. It looks like more like I don't want to sound offensive to any pirates here. It seems like more educated people built this district than the ones that built Livenleen. Make sense? Boo! Boo!
Boo.
So, a couple things. You guys begin flying through the streets of Simpleton. Number one, the streets are actually named. Cowrie probably can't recognize it because you can't even read when you're standing still. But Olive, you're able to recognize that some of these junctions and intersections are named things like Illusion Alley or Pinpoint Junction, each street signaling the type of information that is kept within the buildings surrounding it. Number two, you're able to look over, and the largest structure of this district is known as the Symbol Palace, and it's part observatory, part library, and it's the main headquarters of Ortux. This is a place where like all of the most important magical and non-magical books and scrolls and stories are kept as to not fall into nefarious hands. And like the gates of heaven itself, just a few more miles, 3-4 miles away, you see the southern tree line of the Arbor. You see the main stairway leading to Big Belly and the entrance to Ancraft. You see the dock city before you. Escape and freedom and getting off scot-free. It's so close you can taste it. And as you continue to fly, I want to ask what both of you are going to do. Are you just going to keep on flying? Are you going to stop? You going to hit the ground? What are you going to do?
I'm looking over Cowrie's shoulder, looking for Shosuva, and just waiting for that moment to drop down onto it.
Okay, excellent. Got it. I'm gonna touch on that 1 second. Cowrie, what do you do?
I am going to keep flying, pending Shusuva arrival. Whenever Shusuva does catch up to us, I'll probably fly down closer to Olive and Shusuva, but we'll probably stay flying.
Okay, you continue to fly.
Also, we have a fly speed of 60 feet, if it matters.
Oh yeah, that's why you're moving so quickly.
Yeah.
Yep. I would not be describing it as like buildings whipping by.
Yeah. I just want to make sure.
You'll never catch me now, pirates. Not when I shift into maximum
overdrive.
With a 19 on the die, you guys are able to hear ruff, ruff, and you guys are able to watch as bursting out of a Livenleen high-rise, maybe about like 15, 20 feet up, crashing through a window before plummeting down to the ground and jumping onto the ground and like kind of shaking back and forth. You guys are able to see Shusuva with a terrified rider on his back, and you're able to hear, "Oh my god, good dog," as it seems that Coral jumped on Shusuva and is just being taken for a ride, like smelling similar to Olive. Shusuva probably got him mounted and then just took off towards the whistle, as it seems that Coral's coming along for this wonderful misadventure. As Shusuva, with a movement speed of 45 feet, taking the dash action and then having a bonus action dash as well, is able to like as all the pirates begin to be like moving out of the way for this like giant fucking dog rushing down the street, giant tail sticking up over like a scorpion, is able to trailing behind you by maybe like 10 feet, but like and is able to get almost directly beneath you guys.
I give Olive a squeeze. Go, please be safe. And I spin you around and I lower down and try and place you on Shusuva's back. I yell, "Hi, Coral!"
Oh, Kaori, it's so good to see you again. As you begin descending, this is like a crazy like starship like docking procedure while you guys are whipping it.
Like those planes that refuel other planes mid-air.
Oh yeah.
Okay, excellent. I'm gonna need an acrobatics check. Okay, it's gonna be for both Shasuva and it's gonna be for Olive. And Kaori, you can give Olive the help action. Coral's gonna give Shasuva the help action. We both need to beat a DC 14 on this, okay?
Acrobatics?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep,
Yes.
all good.
19.
Yeah.
All good, excellent.
And-
18 plus 4 for Shasuva. Yeah, as you were able to get so low, Olive, you can feel your like foot touch onto Shasuva's head, as you know that you're like right on top of them.
I'll, because I'm assuming Shasuva is still moving.
Yes,
as
oh yeah,
we're doing this.
whipping it.
Yeah, I will like kind of like surf Shasuva for a moment, like ride its momentum. As I like just carefully like tightrope walk my way over, because the saddle's still on it, right?
Yes, and it is large enough for two people. Like basically,
Yeah.
Coral can ride bitch. So
Yeah, I'll like tightrope walk and go. Out of the way, please.
yes,
To Coral.
kind of like shifts back on the seat for you.
And I will sit in the saddle and whip the reins, and I will blow the same command into the whistle that I gave to get Phoebe's men off of Skylar, to kill anyone who comes near us.
Okay, excellent. So kind of like marking Kaori as a protected target, okay?
Yeah.
Now, very smart. I'm very glad you said like you kind of like whip the reins to get Shasuva moving, because the moment that you're back in the saddle, because the command was recall, you immediately feel.
No.
And Shasuva sits down, not really understanding the severity of the situation, and just waits until you, and then it like, and just begins and shoots off after Kaori.
Good dog.
Shoots off after Kaori. You guys start hauling it. Kaori, you're kind of like being like, again, the lighthouse, kind of leading this charge as Shasuva is like jumping, like, again, wicked quick. Just the command to follow Kaori. Shasuva begins taking their own route of efficiency as you're able to feel, again, Simbleton, a district of like lower buildings. You're able to feel Shasuva jump up onto a cart with like some crates on it, jump up and go and climb up onto like roofs of the building, and then begin hopping in between the alleyways to like jump from rooftop to rooftop, following after Kaori.
I'm just going, good dog, faster, good dog.
Olive, I'm so scared right now.
Grow up.
Kaori, give me a quick perception check as you are hauling it.
I am indeed. Perception, you say. 14.
14. Okay, excellent. Olive, I would say disadvantage, but I'm going to say you can do this flat because Coral will help you. I want you to give me a perception check as well.
Okay.
Ice cream and water, it's a good combination.
Sorry, no, my
I'll get some
milkshake is still
sarsaparilla.
very.
It's okay.
My milkshake is still very frozen. I can't get it through the straw yet. Was a perception with the disadvantage?
Oh, do it flat roll. Flat roll.
Flat roll. Oh, okay, I see. That is 17.
17, excellent. Kaori, you're able to see, like, you're able to, like, kind of look back. You're able to make sure that Shasuva, Olive, and Coral are all still behind you. And you're able to look back, and you just see, like, what look like these, like, cloth glasses. Like, they're wearing, like, weird things on their face where it's, like, pieces of glass with, like, metal on top of them as well. And it's, like, strange. It's, like, weird to you. But they all come out, and they all have, like, books of some kind, like leather satchels around them, and they all just begin pulling guns out and begin running after you, again, like a block behind you. It seems that the call has caught up to Simbleton as well.
Ooh.
Excellent. And just because of that, give me 1 second here.
Ruh-roh.
Not the librarians.
Not the librarians.
Kaori, you
They've
are
got guns.
Kaori, you are in the street, and so 4 attacks come your way from these pistol shots. And you're able to watch as you kind of like move your chest out of the way. Two bullets strike into a hanging sign for a magical shop. You're able to duck down, run for a couple paces, jump back up. You feel bullets whiz underneath you, like tearing at your shirt and shattering one of the pieces of sea glass that you have. None of these attacks connect with you.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god! I don't have a lot of hit points.
You guys whip it. Olive,
Do not.
you have an elevated position, arguably above Kaori right now. And in between like every time that Shusuva jumps over one of the alleyways to the next rooftop, you're able to look for a little bit further down the street than Kaori would be able to. And as you're able to look a little bit down the street, you see something strange. Again, the end of the tree line for the Arbor to the south, the entrance to Aincraft. You're able to look, and you're able to see in front of you in Kaori, by about maybe like 6 or 7 blocks, you're able to see pirates begin coming out of their homes, like seemingly in front of the call to action that's coming from behind you guys. But weirdly enough, you see these pirates not run towards you both, like down the street towards you. You see them turn and begin sprinting towards the shoreline and disappear behind a right-sided corner, where both of you would recognize is like towards towards Phoebe Goldtooth Squall's office that I forget the name of.
The PPVC?
The PPVC, there you go. Thank you.
How's the window looking?
It's fixed now. It's been weeks. And you're able to notice that's a little bit strange.
But we're not headed in that direction.
You basically
right?
are, because the PPVC is like very close to the entrance, so you're not going to it, but you're gonna pass directly by it as you go towards Aincraft. Make sense?
Uh-huh. Can I make some kind of check to see if there's a shortcut to avoid it?
You want to avoid the PPVC?
Yeah.
I'll say no check required. If you wanted to avoid the PPVC, just keep going straight. Just go right towards the main entrance.
Okay.
Because that's going to be the easiest way to get onto Aincraft anyway, and it's passing it, but you're not going to go like one building away from it, basically.
Okay, then I keep Shosuva on the path.
Okay, you keep Shusuva on the path, and you guys keep whipping it down, and we're going to cut back over to the tunnel team. That okay?
Yeah, I'm going to convert some more spell slots for
Okay, perfect. Pop off there.
We about to crawl in some mud.
I'm gonna make sure we got the music all right. It's so low for
What
Spooky
did you
Cave.
just call me?
Okay. The Duke, Rahi, Mud, and her. I need to get back to the little thing on my document here, just to make sure I got everything as accurate as possible.
So, I'm just gonna ask you a question. We keep hearing these things behind the boards. Am I allowed to, like, see if I can, like, look behind the boards with the fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna say give me a quick investigation check with advantage.
Which dice?
I've
I'm gonna flip
separated
my
us.
coin.
I've separated us into Sky Squad and Tunnel Team.
There you go. Good.
Investigation?
Yep.
It's a 6.
That's a 6. Excellent.
Nice.
I mean, with a 6, you're able to kind of and move the torch over towards the wall where the scuttering is coming from, and you kind of look like behind the supports, like underneath the beams, and you're able to see smaller tunnels in the walls. Not big enough for any relatively humanoid person, but you're able to see these tunnels kind of like shoot into the wall and then disappear like off to the side. Yes, what's up?
Oh, are they like little? Are they little tunnels?
It's about a 6 to 8 inch like diameter hole. So like they're smaller, like they're not human size, but they're small. Okay.
Okay, so they're not human size.
No.
They're small. Is there wood in them?
With a 6, you have no idea.
Okay, never
I
mind.
think these are giant termites.
Well, I was gonna like cast some lightning down there to light it up, but I'm not doing that if I can't tell if there's wood. So, all right, we keep going.
Okay, you keep going. Excellent. So, what are we doing? I need to. I'm reading the document. I wrote so much today. Okay.
Mud will pause just a little bit, and he's gonna drop his rage and
Okay.
shift back to his normal form, which is pretty small and pretty scrawny.
Okay.
And he's going to K-turn a little bit just to look at Rahi and be like, we're going to have to go through some hard things, but you can make it.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
We got this. Yeah. And I want to grab her hand and I want to think about the ways. Was mud ever put in the box?
I would leave it up to your discretion.
I think mud. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. He rolled low. He was put in the box. Bad boy put in the box. This house is a fucking nightmare.
Yep.
Mud is just thinking about all the ways in which he and other druids would do their best. Like, he's thinking about, like, how he would have, like, one druid once told him about how there's a hole about 2 millimeters wide in the box, and if you press your nose to it, you can smell grass coming through it. And, like, there's nothing really else there to anchor you to anything, but, like, that one sense is, like, how they got through it, and he's just gonna keep holding Rahi and be like, smell your lightning, smell the water, smell freedom. We're there. Close your eyes, follow me.
Immediately her wings like wrap around her and she's like, oh, it smells like hitting things. Oh, okay. And she's gonna just follow behind you as best she can, okay?
Yeah, and we're gonna do our best.
I'm gonna need a DC 15 acrobatic check from everybody to get past this like insane wooden jungle gym, basically.
Acrobatics?
Yep.
What is it?
15 acrobatics.
You want to go first?
No.
I got a 9.
Got 9.
Mud got a 5.
Okay. The Duke passes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Rahi also passes, surprisingly enough.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
NPCs.
Excellent.
NPCs.
Can I please get from her and Mud right there? I need a DC 12 Wisdom save with disadvantage from both of you. The Duke will roll one as well. The Duke passes, and Rahi will roll one. And Rahi fails.
Mud got a 13.
13.
I also passed rolling 16 and 17 on the die.
I rolled a 7, but I have a +6.
Her, you pass. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through all this. Her, you come up. It's that thing when people are cave diving, where oftentimes like kind of water cutting through makes the most efficient path that people are able to follow. This is not that at all. And you're able to, a beam is jutting down, but there's a step up to get like through and around. And as you're coming through, you're able to get one of your legs up and over the step over, but your shoulder gets caught on the beam below. And for a moment, you are caught completely still and are unable to move. But you're able to take a breath, as much breath as an Air Genasi needs, and you're able to keep your composure, okay? The Duke is like doing his best, kind of splits off from you guys, takes another route, and he goes through a section so small he has to breathe in and he has to exhale and not breathe, like squeeze through, and he's able to make it through. Mud. You're holding on to Rahi.
Yes.
And you come up to a section that is so low that you would need to fully get on your chest and crawl through to get through the passageway. Okay? As you're going through, as you begin to shift, not in any immediate danger, but you remember as the wood begins to kind of crack underneath you and begins to sink, you can feel 1 inch, 2 inches of like wet, almost watery sand begin to come up, and you feel some of it gets pulled into your nose and your mouth. And you remember that as soon as Slashclaw and the Slavers of Tangleroot learned that people were smelling the grass, they burned it while they were inside. The grass, not the box. and there's a momentary level of fear that kind of comes over you. And I'm never one to tell people how to role play, but this is becoming more and more stressful to you. Does that make sense? Okay.
Come on. We can make it.
Can I get everybody who? So I'm gonna need that from. I'm gonna need it from you again, Mud. I'm gonna need that acrobatic check again, and you can have advantage from it. I'm gonna tell you why.
Do I also have to make the acrobatics check because I failed?
Yes, make it again for me.
What did we need?
15.
I fail again.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20. Her, you also get advantage, and I'm not gonna tell you why.
Oh, that was in that one. Still fail.
Flip your coin, though. Your coin's
Oh,
back.
yeah, that's true. My coin's
Okay,
back.
coin's back. You can flip
Should I
it.
flip it again? Yeah,
Do you
might
want to
as
flip
well.
it? Yeah, go ahead.
Third time's the charm.
Oh, still don't pass with the 12.
Yes!
Mud, you're able to get free and sneak through. The Duke is also free. Rahi remains rooted in place very quickly as Rahi begins to fuck this, and sees that you're going underneath to kind of like climb under, and she does the best and worst thing that someone can do in this scenario, and she attempts to help you. And the way that she does that is she grabs onto this lower beam that's causing you to have to crawl, and with her massive strength begins to press it up and away from you. Mud, you passed that acrobatics check, correct?
Yeah, with a dirty 20. Can I do a...
Excellent. You were able to get free and crawl through and make your way out of this jungle gym. Excellent.
I turn around immediately and hold my hand out to Rahi and say, you're almost there. You're almost there.
As she begins to lift up these fallen, this essentially support system, breaking away something above you from Live and Lean, you're able to hear as this insane, it's a jungle gym, but maybe that's the wrong way to say it. It's these horizontal and vertical wooden beams that can all come apart at any moment. It's almost like Jenga. And you are able to realize her as you're kind of like trapped there. Again, you're not moving. You're able to stay calm. But as these wooden beams begin to move and shift, she begins to move this one, and all of the others begin to...
Stop.
Rahi, I need you to make a persuasion check real quick for me. As her...
I'm also going to start shouting. So...
Yes,
can I give
what's
Mud
up?
advantage?
So what do you scream?
I just start screaming stop as well when I start to hear the creaking.
Okay, if you would like, yes, one of you can make that roll for the persuasion check.
I just rolled terribly 3 times in a row. You are rolling.
It's an 18 minus 2 for a 16.
A 16. You're able to feel Rahi again, tunnel visioned into getting out of here. Goes, why? And her is able to look back towards you. Her. I need that wisdom save again. This is going to be a DC 14 now as it's getting progressive. Because you failed the check. I'm gonna need with disadvantage. Yes.
Fuck.
What's the DC?
14 now.
I fail. With a 7.
Failed the 4. Her, you were breathing easily. Again, maybe even holding your breath, air genasi. And the moment that things started to kind of connect together and move around, you were able to feel the beam above you kind of like trapping your shoulder begin to sink down by about 1 or 2 feet. And you can almost feel like your right breast and your left hip almost have to like contact each other as you are you in your head go, I'm stuck. And you cannot move right now, and that is stressful. As you watch as your torch begins to slowly begin to dim. Not go out completely, but it begins to become a little bit darker in the room.
I think with all the smoke and everything in the room, I think originally I'm able to like take in these deep breaths, hold it because I am an air genasi. When I start to panic, I start to what was I gonna say? I start to like take more and more breaths, and I start to breathe in this. And I start to breathe in the smoke, and I just start constantly coughing.
Okay, constantly coughing.
Rahi, I need you to stop. Okay. You will be okay.
You're
If I have to hold up the tunnel above you as you crawl out, I will. I promise you.
you're able
Take my hand.
Rahi very quietly as she grips onto your hand, and again, like you two are both very strong, no checks, but she's like you're both like squeezing each other very tightly.
I just pull her through. Pull her through.
Well, because again, nice. Good news is that like she shifted it, it's sand, so it all kind of like sunk down and kind of like solidified, and so she's able to make her way through very easily. And like as again like her electricity begins like kind of jolting into the water as she becomes even more uncomfortable, you're able to hear her say, and like so much shame in her voice as she said this, so much anger as she says, I need Charlotte. I need Charlotte. I need Charlotte. And begins crawling through the water.
We're gonna get her. Mud is small. Can Mud crawl to where her is and try and help her get out? Can you like dig at the muck underneath her to help her slip out?
Yes, Rahi and the Duke are both able to make it out safely. Just rolled that check for her with advantage. She's all good there. They make it out of this like insane Jenga that's ready to collapse position. As you're able, I'll say because that you're so small, because you've already done it, able to crawl back and help her if her will accept. As her looks completely trapped, like folded over herself.
Can Mud wriggle and grab her by the face and just say, I will get you through this. I promise.
I think you see like all like instead of it being like a light blue, it's almost like a pale gray in my face as you grab it and like look with the light of the, you know, the dimming torch. And like she does not say anything. Usually I feel like she gives a facial expression to things, but she's very like blank face right now.
Mud will start snapping his fingers in her ears to give her different sensory input, and start trying to give her grounding techniques. And I think he doesn't have time to process it, but the things he's relying on, these memories aren't fully formed in his head. Of like, there are certain things that are painfully crystally clear. And the comfort he is giving that he found in Tangleroot is fuzzy and indistinct. And only in this moment of like deep panic is he able to access it. And so he starts clawing very gently the mud underneath her. He will do his best to prop the beam up and tell her to take the torch from her hand and tell her to take a deep breath.
Okay. You can get... okay. Because of that, that's very cool. I love it when players help each other out. Give me that acrobatics check once again with advantage, and Mud, give me an athletics check with advantage.
Okay.
Well, I passed on both dice.
Athletics?
Yep.
25.
25?
Just had to, you know, had to roll bad to like,
Yeah.
you know, for the
Get it
bit.
out.
For the bit.
Mud.
We can't go under it. We can't go over it.
Taking
Oh no.
taking the torch, you understand again, you understand Earth better than most people do, and you're able to slowly begin taking the sand away from the beam underneath her, and you're able to watch as you kind of disrupt the structural integrity of the sand as it wants to fill in more. And it sinks down just enough as to her. You're able to get your shoulder out and under and fall completely over to one side, off into the muck, covered in sand, covered in water, but you are free and the path in front of you is cleared.
I grab Mud's hand, but I still wouldn't say anything, yeah.
Okay.
You're doing so great. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
I don't say anything back. I just
That's
get
okay.
up and I like try to get on my feet as quick as possible to get out of here.
Okay. Excellent. You get on your feet, and you are both able to start a run. And we're going to cut back to Sky Squad one more time before we take a quick break. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. You're able to get to your feet, and you're able to... Give me 1 second here. You're able to get to your feet, move through, crawl through again, safer than... Yes, Gab, what's up?
Oh, I was going to ask, I think because I'm in this panic state again, I try to like thinking about everything that's been going on. I want to try and look into those like small holes in the wall again, or the small passageways to see if I could see anything, because I'm like freaking out now, kind of like hyper aware.
Oh, I'll give you perception with advantage then. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Um, the dice are betraying me. It's a 12, so.
Oh, with a 12, you are able to see the swollen rear end of an insect chitter into the tunnel and away, seemingly having not even seen you or your light, but moves seemingly away from you.
I think immediately out of instinct and in this fierce, like panic state, I'm gonna cast lightning lure towards it. And it's 15 feet away from me.
Towards the fucking thing? Okay, no, what saved, is that an attack or do I have to make something for that?
It's a constitution saving throw. Oh no. Strength saving throw 14.
It fails. It immediately fails.
And it just, okay, let me roll.
With lightning lure, you pull it 10 feet towards you, I believe.
Ooh. Yeah, because I want to like, yeah, 10 feet in a straight line towards me.
Okay.
It's gonna take 13 points of damage.
Oh, it takes, how many points of damage?
13.
13 points of damage? Okay, this thing is very hurt. Give me 1 second here. And this thing, you're able to grasp onto one of its back legs and begin pulling it basically out of the tunnel towards you, okay?
I think I'm just like screaming really loudly as I like am doing this.
You are able to grasp onto this thing, and as you pull it out of the tunnel, as you're this thing, and this thing is screaming back towards you, as this is what you're able to see.
Oh no.
You're able to see a tiny little termite. You're able to see that it has, wait, where exactly is it here? I have the description up for those that are watching, but you're able to see this is a sentient being. It is a bug person. It is a termite, yes, but you're able to see it's 2 feet long, it's fucking ginormous, but it has like little goggles on to protect his eyes, a small pouch of tools, and a satchel to his side. It has like insect mandibles, that swollen rear I talked about before, and you're able to watch it just begin screaming, looking you dead in the eyes and go, and just begins yelling right back at you.
I like look at it, I'm holding it, and I'm like, do you talk? And like start like trying to communicate with it.
You're electrocuting it.
Put in the other hand that's not electrocuting.
You switch hands as he goes, yes, I can talk, yes.
We need to get out of here.
You wish to go where two-legged people go, yes?
Altim.
Artim? I not know. Skettler does not know Artim, but the two-legged people can take you there.
Where the water is.
Southways. Southways. Follow Skettler. As this small little termite, just worker dude, he hops out of your hands, and begins leading you guys through the network of tunnels heading south.
I think her is still freaking out, but is a little less like hyperventilating after that. Yeah, that was wow.
Mud is going to gingerly push her towards Rahi and be like, you guys, okay, go. Gotta go.
No.
The dude goes, what the fuck is that? I'm going to stab it.
Calm down. No, stop.
He goes, do not stab, Scuttler. Please, no. Two-legged people. Take you to the place for two-legged people. And begins leading you.
Please.
Begins leading you guys through the tunnels much more effectively than just blindly wandering south as it would have been before. And the last thing that's going to happen before we get over to the Sky Squad, before we take a quick break, is you guys are led down another long tunnel. Out of this like huge Jenga set underground, you move, you're going left and right, you're crawling down, you're crawling up hills. Again, it's kind of like a roundabout way, but like it's clearly the most efficient way as Scuttler begins leading you there. And you guys then come to, again, your torch is now burning so low, it's like an ember in your hands as you're pushing forward. And just as the light's about to go out, you are all able to come to, again, single file. Scuttler goes right in here. He shoots into a nearby small tunnel, and you guys are able to see a door, like a fresh door in front of you.
Who's in the front right now?
Mud's in the front.
Okay.
I'll crack it open just to look a little bit.
You crack it open just a little bit.
Peek out.
What's up?
I peek out.
As you peek in, you're able to see crates and barrels stacked 2-3 high. You're able to see more intact supports. You're able to see a lot more wooden slats laid down. This place looks more upkept. It seems like it was more recently used than the ones you just came from.
Through here?
Scuttler just went inside. Yeah, he just told you to go in there.
Oh, he's still leading us?
Oh yeah, he just popped into a tunnel. He can't open doors.
Okay. I didn't know if he was like, Dad, here you go.
Yeah, well, yeah, he presumably he just can't open doors. He just went inside of a tunnel to get inside.
Okay. Then I lead us all through.
As you lead them all through, everybody's able to and breathe easy, as the room inside is only maybe like 15 feet wide by 15 feet wide, but you're all able to stand shoulder to shoulder and exhale as you have escaped these horrendously dangerous, unsafe smuggler tunnels.
Mud goes, okay, and then we'll immediately vomit.
Mud, you throw up. Rahi immediately takes a knee and just puts her face in her hands. The Duke kind of like takes off his hat and just begins kind of like heaving. Her, what do you do?
I think I just turn around to the Duke and give him a big hug.
Oh, you give the biggest hug to the Duke in the world.
And I just start sobbing on his shoulder with like tears streaming down, getting his coat all wet.
You just start
We are covered in muck.
Oh yes, you're all disgusting, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean that in an accurate way, as you're all just crying and throwing up, just so happy to be out of there. And
screaming,
the
crying,
last thing before we cut
up.
away, again, your embers as you're holding each other, and again, wider enough. You guys, you're all in this room. The door closes behind you, or you can shut the door if you want to. And your torches finally die out. And although again you're in a wider section, you're all together, a good safe place, but you're in pitch blackness. All right. Okay.
Fuck.
You are then able to hear, striking across a boot, you're able to look off to the center of the storage room that you're in, and you see the smallest match you could possibly imagine strike up from someone who was invisible in the darkness in the room. You're able to watch as the flame is sucked into what you would presume to be a pipe as someone begins smoking in this room.
Oh God. I don't even know what to do.
Hello?
You are able to hear this sentence said. Oh, thank you very much, Scuttler. Now, would one of you be kind enough to give him something wooden? A reward for a good job of finding you. Boys, the torches. And you're able to hear the voice of Phoebe Goldtooth Squall as torches begin to erupt in the storage room as she is sitting on a chair, her feet kicked up on a rotting table, as torches begin to light up on the support beams around here, filling the room with much needed light. She's in here with about 4 different orcish brawlers, and she is sitting there looking at you guys crying and throwing up and covered in muck.
Still coming out of this panic state, can I do an insight check to make sure she's not going to kidnap us?
You make a quick insight check, yeah.
Freak out.
Can I also make an insight
yes,
check?
you may.
16.
16?
5.
Mud, you're just throwing up still. Like 2 minutes straight of just vomit.
I'm just dry retching. I'm dry heaving. I've emptied out my stomach already.
As her, you look over and you realize as Phoebe looks to you and she grins, you realize that you paid her off. She has no reason to hurt you.
Okay.
As we're going to cut back over to Sky Squad really quick and then take a break. Sound good?
Cool.
Excellent. Back over to Sky Squad. I'm going to change the music. This is going to be loud as fuck and I apologize. Sky Squad, you're racing towards the southern tree line of the Arbor, correct? You're going towards Altim.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Any stops along the way, or you guys just booking it?
I'm booking it on Shasuva.
Booking it.
You guys, You're moving faster than the voices can tell people to come and attack you. And again, you're running towards pirates who are running away from you and around this corner. And so you guys are coming, you're able to loop back, get on the main road of Ubhav, going straight south towards the entrance to Ancraft. And you're able to look above you, and for the first time in weeks and months, as you guys emerge out from the tree line, you're able to see the clear, starry summer night sky above you, the moon completely unimpeded. As you guys have successfully escaped from Ubhav and escaped from Simpleton, escape from Liveline, and now it's just the trek back to your ship in Altim. Now, as you guys have now emerged out and can see everything clearly, you see the shoreline of the Arbor to the south, leading into Big Belly. You're able to see this crowd still running around, like kind of running down the dock towards the PPVC. Can I please get another perception check from both of you with advantage?
Advantage.
With advantage.
Advantage.
Advantage, natural 20.
Natural 20, advantage.
Advantage.
I got a 17.
17, advantage.
17 advantage. You were able
Oh my god, with advantage.
You're able to look down this dock towards the PPVC. And it seems like a crowd is forming right next to like Big Belly. And like, so the crowd, pirates, all of them, wielding sabers and knives and bows and guns, and they're all completely disinterested from finding you guys. And the way that they're kind of like on call in Simpleton, you would imagine these guys are like Phoebe's assassins, like members of the Thieves Guild. And you're wondering like who exactly, like weapons drawn, who are they going after that's more important than you guys? And you're able to see like torchlight illuminating the wall of paper. I don't have the document in front of me, I apologize. The giant like bounty wall. There are 4 people on the shore fending off these pirates from attacking them very quickly. And you guys are able to look over all of the nat 20 calorie, more than good enough. You guys are able to recognize Cade Strongwind, rapier in hand, like slicing and cutting and stabbing towards Phoebe's men, like pistol in one hand, like stabs a guy, shoots a guy behind him, slashes towards another guy's throat. You're able to see Auto Wave Break, very clearly like calling attention to himself, flaming sword in hand, pushing back the opposition by either like cutting down people too stupid enough to be close to him, or just keeping people away from his massive swings. You're able to see Doug Clay Olive, the guy from your dream, who's like shooting off like airburst fireballs, and he's like moving his hand like he's ringing a bell, and those that aren't like burned from the fireballs are like falling to the ground and clutching their head as their ears begin to bleed. And finally, Dura, basically almost towards the, almost closest to the most amount of people, druidic staff in one hand and a green flame blade in the other. She kicks one pirate in the chest and swings her staff and cracks a guy in the face and cuts and burns another with her sword. And she does her best to kill anyone trying to harm her family. As it seems that these 4 are in trouble and trying to push their way over to a boat, most likely their boat. And they probably wouldn't say no to a helping hand. And before you guys decide what you want to do with all that information, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Sound good?
Yar, yar, yar,
All right.
Yar, 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 yar.
Are we all having a good time so far?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, 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 and yes.
If I cry later, it's because I'm in character. I'm having a great time.
Let it be known, I did send out a message clarifying that everyone was good with claustrophobia. 100% going to be a content warning in this episode. I watched cave diving videos in real life to prepare for this, and it's fucking horrifying.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yes, as you guys can decide what you want to do, if you guys want to help these allies, we'll be right back. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves. Thank you anybody who's watching. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much.
Get on the Cat 5. Let's hope it's there.
And we're back. Okay, got it. Back to
I
Sky
haven't
Squad.
seen my ship yet.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. So we're back. So let it be known, no planning has been done over the break. None whatsoever.
I had to pee.
It's all right.
And
I
again,
got chocolate
Sony
chips.
Pop.
It's like a movie. It's like a movie theater if the movies had breaks. Okay.
They should.
So, you guys, so Sky Squad, coming up on Dura and Doug and the rest of the crew fighting off Phoebe's assassins. Do you guys go help?
Yes, I want to turn Shisuva to their direction.
Okay, excellent. Again, no conversation between you two. Kaori, you're able to watch as Shisuva and jumps off of a rooftop. You're able to pull on the reins, and Shisuva begins booking it towards the shore where all of them are fighting.
I am going to follow, but I'm going to stay up.
You stay up.
Please.
Excellent idea. Olive, what's your plan?
If you'll allow me,
Yes.
I would like to Akira slide Shisuva, and I want its tail to sweep at these enemy pirates.
Oh,
Let's go!
okay. I need give me an attack roll. Give me a d20 roll plus 7. Number
Plus
1.
7?
Yep. That's not a great face, Darby. I don't think it's a stunning endorsement of Dr. Pepper.
The more I drink it, the worse it is.
That's a 13. This is for Shisuva, right?
Shisuva, yes.
This is a 13 hit.
A 13. Let me actually just look up the little basic pirate stats that I have on my phone here.
Shusuva actually gets a million advantage.
Yeah,
For puppy reasons.
exactly.
Yes,
She's so
AC
cute.
of 12. That is going to hit.
Oh, beautiful.
Are you trying to hurt these guys?
Yes.
Excellent. Then I need you
Assume until we're out of the arbor, Olive is doing lethal damage to anyone trying to stop us.
go ahead and roll a 2d10 for me then.
With pleasure.
With pleasure, Daniel.
Time to greet it up.
Time.
Just 2d10.
Yeah.
That's 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Excellent. Kaori, do you try to do anything to help Olive out?
What do I have that I can do?
What you got? What you got?
What do I have?
Kaori, take a healing potion.
Never.
If I do want to do that, can I do that with a bonus action?
What do you want to do?
I want to pull out Lynchpin. And I want to attack someone with it and then, like, fling them into the other pirates. I kind of want to, like... I want to try and, like, supplement what Olive is doing by flinging someone into, like, this mass of people.
You want to grab one of the guys from the back, drag them into the air, and then throw them at the guys in the front to knock them down?
Yeah. To
Okay.
help out whichever, like, area of approach makes the most sense with where Olive is sliding in with Shisuva.
Awesome.
To, like,
Okay, makes sense.
supplement that.
With that, okay, I'll say it's going to either be an athletics check or an attack roll. It's your call.
Okay. Let's look at these numbers.
Let's
Let's
look
do-
at these numbers.
Let's do athletics.
Okay.
Okay. That is a 25 athletics.
You're able to... okay, so here's what you're able to do. I want you to roll a d4 with advantage for me real quick.
D4 with advantage.
Yep.
Never done that before. 2.
2, excellent.
I rolled a
Oh,
1
give
and
me
a
an
2.
intimidation roll. And give it to me with advantage, actually.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Olive, I need an intimidation roll.
Oh me,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought it was for Kaori. I was like, why are you sipping a Dr. Pepper? That's your intimidation. I'm so sorry. Intimidation with advantage?
Yep.
Yeah. That's an 18.
An 18. Akira slide. What you're able to do, Olive, you come in, and immediately people start moving out of the way. Those that do not, there are 2 individuals who, as you Akira slide, Shisuva's tail strikes out and decapitates 2 people fully. Again, only 10 hit points. These are not like super trained pirates. Cuts their heads off. As their bodies hit the ground, their heads go in the opposite direction. You Akira slide in with Coral, with you and Coral in the back of Shisuva as you begin to, and begins kind of like growling at everybody, just kind of looking inward as Shisuva's just ready to drop a hat, just fight anybody. Kaori coming in towards the back, you're able to grab onto you're able to basically behind one of the dudes that had his head cut off. You grab the guy behind him, grab him by the neck, and he's pulled off of his feet. And as you stop, whip him around your body and throw him towards the opposite side of the crowd, and his body flies over and knocks down 2 dudes, as both of them are just knocked out of the fight, essentially. As you guys are now with the 4 winds, looking at Phoebe's men, who are all now kind of like backing up, seeing Shisuva and Kaori enter the fray, like wondering kind of what to do now. Do either of you call out to the 4 winds here? It's part of the 4 winds here.
Can I see the ramshackle from where we are?
No, but what you are able to see, as Otto goes, what a wonderful show, Olive and Cowrie. Now, to repay you for trying to protect, he just fully cuts a guy in half. He goes, would you like a ride on me ship?
With pleasure, absolutely so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He calls out and just goes very quickly, Ferdinand, are the sails ready? As you're able to watch Otto's crew poke their heads out of the ship right next to them. The Old Guard, which you guys probably, Kaori, you would know about the Old Guard's Otto's ship. As he goes, all right there, sir. Yes, the ship is ready to depart. As he goes, excellent. Fight these men off. We must get on. We must board. As they need to continue fighting as they begin boarding the ship one by one. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect, excellent. You guys continue fighting there. We're gonna come back to Tunnel Crew real quick. Got it?
Yep. Yeah.
Perfect. Tunnel Crew, Phoebe Goldtooth Squall in the room with you. She immediately, give me 1 second just to make sure I got everything here. She stands up, she breaks a piece off the table and throws it to Scudder. Scudder goes, Scudder! And begins eating it, and it goes back into the tunnel. And Phoebe looks to all 4 of you and goes, now, does anybody want to tell me what exactly happened back there?
I don't got a fucking clue.
I don't know. We were just flying and now half of my arm is fucking missing.
I deeply appreciate the honesty. Well, there's no time to dilly-dally. Follow me now. And Phoebe stands up and begins walking towards a door at the opposite end of the storage area.
Insight check. Well, we already did one, so.
Her, you would know that if she wanted to hurt you, it'd already be on. There would be no hesitation.
I'll just give like a pat on Mud's shoulder and be like, and like a nod. Oh, sorry. Oh, right, yeah. And I like.
I will say,
your...
as you pat Mud's shoulder and you pat him on his bad shoulder, your hand comes away completely clean of blood. There's no blood.
There's no blood?
No blood.
There's no blood. There's mud and there's muck from us crawling in the tunnel, but there's no blood.
I kind of stare at it, look at you, and then just keep walking.
Okay.
But noted. Thank you. Let me write that down.
Phoebe,
Everyone's face.
Everyone goes, huh, what? So no blood? Phoebe just kind of starts talking pretty quickly at you guys and goes, yes, Scuttler, sadly the last of his kind, wiped out by netlocks while they were destroying the supports, and so Mori did what she does best, protect the infrastructure. But he's incredibly useful, I will say.
Yeah, what a sweet little guy.
Absolutely, yes. Now, what I was going to say is how incredibly rude of you both. And she's like not talking to you. She's like walking and talking as like the 2 big orcish guys like file in behind you and begin like escorting you guys down the tunnels. As she has torch in her hand. She takes off her pirate's cap and her sizzling braid is essentially revealed to you, also lighting up the way. As she says, "You're all worth a pretty penny now, aren't you? And admittedly, on some of my worst days, I would turn you into netlocks, maybe get a little bit more influence, but I'm in an incredibly good mood, and I'm not in favor of stabbing people in the back who pay me, especially those who pay me in full."
You're welcome. I really appreciate it. I don't know what you want me to say right now. We need to get the fuck out of here. And I start sobbing again.
You just start crying.
we just need to, I can't do this.
At this point, you start crying. Rahi sees you start crying, and Rahi just goes fuck, and just left hooks a support, and like you just see sand begin kind of crumbling in. Phoebe goes, "Gonna have to clean that up later, but whatever." All right, now. The reason that I'm in such a good mood is, of course, my bets came in. You guys won the Battle of the Bards. Excellent work there. I got paid in full, and my ex-husband should be dead within the hour. So everything's coming up Phoebe, honestly, which is going to be wonderful. Now, in addition to that, I thought I'd do you a favor, given the moment you step out of here, I can't really help you anymore, as it's going to be a complete rat's nest of people trying to kill you and capture you, okay?
Okay.
Now, would you like to hear about the favor that I have done you, Hurricane?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Perfect. I've already had my people take your ships out of Altim. So the Cat 5, the Cornucopia, and the Ramshackle, they're all sitting anchored with their hulls facing the sea and waiting for their captains and crew to arrive back to sail them out of there.
I start sobbing even more. But like happy tears. But like happy tears.
She turns around, she kind of grabs you and goes like, "Stop!" And then turns back and keeps walking.
But I'd like to mention, I don't think it's been an hour, so I'm still the clumping cleric. Like I've been thinking about that because I did say what, like, under the structure, my face a little less blue, but like maybe the disguise is, I don't know. Anyway, but I never really dropped the disguise.
So no wonder people were able to follow you throughout the streets of Livenline. You're dropping orange peels as you're walking, Hurricane. I'm not sure why, but it seems like your skin's coming up.
I don't want to talk about it.
Just weeping. Just had the most dramatic experience of your life.
I don't want to know.
Where he's like, "Stop fucking crying. I don't like that." As Rahi's just like getting angry, and as the dude goes, "Phoebe, please continue talking if you're not going to kill us." Just continues. Any reaction from Mud?
For what?
Just from Phoebe and her crying and all of this. Any reaction?
Mud is just getting very swiftly a hollow look in his eyes as he's just kind of clenching in on himself and like doing the thing where he's locking his knees so he stays upright. Mud is like shrinked against a corner or something. He is staying with the group, but he is desperately trying not to touch anybody.
Going back on these like very traumatic experiences of like causing all of this, Phoebe then goes,
he's just like, sorry, he's just muttering to himself quietly, "I'm not there, I'm not there, I'm not there, I'm here. I'm not there, I'm here, I'm here."
Phoebe seemingly doesn't understand like the traumatic experience you all just went through, and goes, "Well, if you didn't run away from me, slapping around like a frog, I was gonna suggest you take the tunnels. But if you came from that way, I assume that you'd be smart enough to take the tunnels, but dumb enough to go for the ones in Livenline. The fact you made it here, I think you're gonna be fine when you get to topside. Those tunnels are the most dangerous place in the Arbor that you could have gone. It was a good job of losing your pursuers, admittedly, because no person in their right mind would follow you down there. They've been abandoned for 50, 60 years.
That's her reaction. She's just like, and then just starts like again like laughing, but like almost hyperventilating. Like,
all right. The last thing that Phoebe says is she's like walking you guys closer to the exit. Just goes, "Now I'm gonna get you as close to Aincraft as I can. There's an access point right near the PPVC that will get you right next to Big Belly. But past that, not much I can do."
So how do we get to our ships that are currently in the water?
Get to Aincraft, head over to Altim. It's going to be right where you docked them, but now they're going to be they're not going to be inside, like, with the actual other ships. They're outside right now. I had the wrecks. I have a guy. They pulled them out and are currently docked facing the bracelet, all right?
Oh my goodness. I thought they were in the middle of the ocean. My brain isn't working today, and I was, and I start crying again, but I'm like, we gotta go.
Very quickly, Phoebe puts her hand on you, and goes, "Now, there's no need to cry. I certainly wouldn't fuck you over like that, because you wouldn't owe me favors if I did. Now, just remember what I did for you here. Remember how I helped you, and best of luck to you getting out of the city.
Thanks. And I give her. Oh, I attempt to give her a hug.
She brings it in. She brings it in. As she hugs you, she whispers in your ear, "The beginning of a new and beautiful professional relationship." She holds you close.
Thanks. Okay. Great.
Mud
She
is
lets
just
you.
rocking on his feet.
Oh
just-
yeah, Rahi is again. All of you are disgusting and fucking miserable. As you walk down the tunnel, you see like the faintest rays of moonlight shining through. Again, the tunnel gets like a little bit tighter than before, maybe 10 feet wide this time. Like a little bit wider, but kind of like tightens down from like the wider access points of this storage area. And you're able to watch as Phoebe kind of like takes up her like jacket and like covers her face and gestures with the torch down the hallway and goes, "You'll be able to find it, just follow the smell." And she gestures with the torch down the hallway, down the tunnel.
Follow it.
Okay, follow.
Mud starts sprinting.
You start sprinting. Rahi immediately starts sprinting after you immediately.
40 feet of movement, bitch. Just.
Does her start running as well?
Yeah, we're all just sprinting.
The Duke
Me
fucking
and
hauls
Duke.
ass right behind you as you guys are able to run down. And immediately, give me 1 second here. You are like you almost can't breathe for a moment as you smell the second foulest thing you've ever smelled in your entire life. And
I hold my breath indefinitely.
yes,
now.
you do. You absolutely do that. The rest of you guys, miserable. As you're able to recognize that kind of creeping out from like this, like the rays of moonlight, you're able to see like globs and giblets and like different kind of like almost like stacks of mush, as it seems like you guys are walking directly into a pile of waste from sentient beings.
Oh, Drew. Oh, Drew. That's so mean to me. That's so mean to Mud. I am making a PTSD roll right now, you fucking asshole. That's a 5.
You're able. Okay. He goes, "My turn," and she just picks you up as you just begin fully going into an episode.
I'm screaming. I am screaming.
As you guys rush through all kinds of defecation, human,
would
bird,
it help? Would
pig.
it help if I casted Tidal Wave and pushed it all away? I don't know where it would go.
If you want to just flood the tunnel, that would work.
Nope, never mind. Keep going.
You guys begin climbing up a sticky and horrible smelling ladder, heading up towards the hatch above you. And as whoever's going first here is able to look up and see that the hatch above you, it does in fact open up, but it has a weird hole directly in the center. And you guys are able to climb up, open up the hatch, and pop out into a small 5x5 outhouse before exiting out of the door into the streets of Simpleton, essentially.
Mud's screaming. He's trying to get out of Rahi's grip. He's just like, no! No!
Well, if I wasn't allowed to freak out, then you're not allowed to freak out.
I'll do better! I'll do better!
This is fucking...
I turn to Rahi and I say, "You pick up the Duke. When we get out here, you pick up the Duke, and me and Mud are gonna run. You and the Duke fly away from here. Get to the ship."
Holding on to Mud, looking, and goes like, "Okay, no problem. Quick question: as you guys all get out of the outhouse and begin running, Rahi looks over and just goes, 'What about them?' and points over, and you guys are right next to the PPVC and are currently standing like a ledge and a dock right above where Olive, Cowrie, Coral, Otto, Dura, Cade, and Doug are all fighting for their lives against Phoebe's men.
We've reunited!
The party is unsplit.
I think I shout to like Olive or Cowrie, whoever I see first, and goes, "If Phoebe sees us here, we're all dead. We need to freaking go right now." We're all dead. And we start. And I turn to Rahi and I'm like, "Is she following us?" Or is she still in the tunnel?
Rahi looks back and she straight up just kicks a part of the wooden outhouse and the entire thing just collapses. She goes, "She's not following us. No."
Okay, great. And I guess I'll also attempt to scream like, "They're trying to kill Otto. He needs to get away from here now."
Kaori yells back, Otto was gonna give us a ride.
Okay, then we gotta go.
Okay.
You come here.
Oh, fine.
You're able to watch as like the small little like armored gnomish man goes, everybody, we are ready to depart from Big Belly if you wish to get on the ship.
Yeah.
It just
Go.
My dog is coming aboard.
we actually do not accept pets. And Otto goes,
I push him.
The rule will be stricken after this. Dog.
Can I push this person into the water?
Which do you mean the person on the boat? He's calling for them to get on the ship.
Yeah, the little gnome. As for like walking up, I'm gonna just push him in the water.
Okay, sure. How's everybody getting on the ship? Okay, first of all, Mud, you're screaming and crying. I'm just gonna say that Rahi grabs the Duke and begins flying, and just like you're trying to get out of her grasp, she goes, "Go, Mud, go!" and just throws you up and onto the ship.
Do I take damage?
Do you want to?
For hitting the boat? Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, cool.
Esty, no.
I'm gonna
5
tell
hit points.
I know what you want to do. You take 5 points of damage.
No!
Mud goes down.
No, as soon as I see Mud getting flung onto the boat, I'll misty step onto the boat if we're like 60 feet away.
Yeah, Mud gets thrown up there. Mud, you crack your head on the side and you're immediately unconscious. You're immediately out. Her is able to, you're able to like, jump off the dock and then misty step onto the captain's deck of the boat.
Push the gnome guy off.
So you grab the gnome guy and oh good heavens. He just falls off into the water as Otto goes, immediately, you're now my first mate. Excellent. Olive and Kaori, how are you guys getting on the boat?
I'm still on Shasuva. I'm just bounding like not caring who's in my way of Phoebe's men, just bulldozing my way onto the boat.
Like bowling balls being thrown out of the way, you're able to rush, jump, pierce into the rear hull of the boat. And you're able to, Shasuva's able to, and climb up and then hop on and just sit and go, and then just wait for it to be rewarded for a good job. And then Kaori, how are you getting on the ship?
I am flying to there.
You are flying to there.
Flying to there.
Kaori, you fly up onto the captain's deck with Otto, Dura, Cade, and Doug. Cade and Doug casts Maximilian's Earthen, like a Big B's hand, I think it's called. And you're able to watch as an Earthen hand pops up and begins levitating Doug and Cade up to the captain's deck. And Otto and Dura stand next to each other, and giant sea roots of coral begin to emerge out of the sand and push them up as they're able to hop onto the captain's deck. As Otto goes, "We set sail then! Full sail!" These sails go down and they begin pushing off and sailing out of Big Belly. Sound good?
Yeah.
Excellent. Mud, you're down. Do your thing.
Oh god.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, okay.
You
So
did all that
making
personally.
death
Does
save-
anybody go to check on Mud?
Yeah.
Excellent. You go to check on Mud.
Okay, so
Don't say what it is. Just do it.
I'll let.
Just do it.
Okay,
Olive and her, give me medicine checks real quick.
doesn't work. I guess I fail a death saving throw.
Yep.
My coin. Oh boy.
Medicine.
Yep.
Oh Jesus. Christ.
17.
17?
13.
13. Olive, you would know to rush over immediately, and you are now, for the first time, able to see the massive chunks of flesh that have been removed from Mud's back and shoulder, and you're able to realize what her realized back in the tunnels, no blood whatsoever is coming out of Mud. And I'm just going to stay instinctually, Moss, you okay with me saying some stuff?
Yeah, go for it.
All of you instinctively reach up towards Mud's neck and place your fingers against where his jugular would be, and you feel for a pulse, and there is not one. Mud is fully dead on the ground right now.
Cleric! I just start shouting at the crew.
I can't.
I did roll for my final throw. I did roll a 17. so it works.
Excellent.
And so Mud just goes.
Olive, as your finger is on Mud's pulse, Mud gasps in for breath, and you do not feel a pulse start back up.
Mud! 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 What happened?
I think I died again.
What do you mean again?
Everything hurts. Everything hurts.
I'll immediately grab a potion and just start like sprinkling it on his wound, like on his shoulder where I touched earlier.
Perfect. You put Coke directly on Mud's shoulder. Excellent.
Let me roll for that.
Okay.
2d4 plus 2.
I shout again for if there's a cleric on board.
You get 6 hit points.
Fuck yeah, I'm at 7 now, dudes.
Let's go.
Wait, no. Yes.
Otto.
'Cause I came back with 1.
Otto's at the helm right now, and he's sailing the ship, and he is, like, you guys are going wicked quick as Doug and Dura are doing water magic and wind magic to make the, fucking the shaking hand, to make the ship go as fast as possible. As this is about to be, it took you guys like 3 days to get from the bracelet to the Arbor. This is going to be done in like a couple hours. This is going to be incredibly quick. You guys been sailing as Otto goes, well, we did have a cleric. He was my first mate, and her right there threw him overboard.
I am going to cast a first level healing word on Mud, which is not much, but it's okay. That is 7 more hit points.
I'm at a cool 15, guys.
Was there a character card for the first mate too that you made?
There was, yes.
No.
He has been around since the 4 Winds, and now he is gone. He is gone.
He'll catch up. He can swim.
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
There he goes.
There goes my hero.
There he goes.
Watch him as he drowns.
Find that real quick. Let me just find that. There he is. There he goes. Perfect.
Like almost like feeding a skittish animal. I hold out some rations towards Mud in the palm of my hand, just to have him something to focus on.
I'll take a banana peel off me too and give it to you.
He grabs that and starts chewing on it, and will try and scoot back away from you all and hunch in on himself.
No. Come back here. You're not in trouble. No one's in trouble here. As best you can, explain to us, what do you mean you died again?
I assume Mud's shirt is pretty fucked up, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
He will just pull and rip it open, and you can see, for the first time, Mud has this. We decided on one big one, right?
Yes, we did.
Would you like to describe it? Because I feel like you'll do a better job, or would you like me?
Do you want to?
Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
Sure. Where a sternum would normally be, his chest is concaved in, and chunks are missing from it. There is a massive hole in the center of his body, with scattershot and burn marks across it, almost as if he was shot point blank with a shotgun. And he just says, he left me in the pig shit, and I woke up, and all I feel is empty.
Can I do some sort of, I don't know, is Arcana the right thing for this? A nature check? I
Yes,
don't know.
go ahead. If y'all want to give me Arcana checks, you definitely can.
Yeah, I'll do Arcana.
7.
16.
7, 16,
23.
23.
Ooh.
I mean, Cowrie, you've probably, maybe not something like this, but like you've heard of like death-defying stories before, just kind of passed around, but nothing like this, in the flesh, literally death-defying. Olive and her tapping into your understanding of the magical world around you. And Moss, please tell me if this is accurate. You try to, again, celestial energy, it's like radiant around all of you from what just occurred at the Battle of the Bards. And you just all get the sense through either storm magic, electricity, or the constant shifting waves of one's own self, you get the sense that at least within Mud, there is no soul within his body. And all there is hate.
I am going to kill him. I am going to take that fucking gun and I'm going to blow his head off.
I slowly move into Mud's personal space and wrap my arms around him in a hug. Shh, shh, shh. And I start rubbing circles on his back. We're not going to let him hurt you. You're safe here.
I don't know what that means.
Let us help you understand.
Take a persuasion check. Why not?
Hold on, I dropped my pen cap. It went flying out of my
Can I
It's
give
gone.
Olive advantage if I go over and give him another scrap of food from my disguised self?
Yeah, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Just trying to comfort.
Shasuva's like,
I throw a banana peel towards Shasuva.
Wow.
But before I slid off Shasuva, I told Coral to give Shasuva a treat.
yes.
That's
You good
a
boy.
19 persuasion.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You feel his breathing start to quiet down until it just stops. And he just kind of gets very, very still. And then you feel very trembling hands just kind of wrap around you as he begins to sob.
I stay there rubbing circles on his back as long as this rides out for.
It's a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. It's my job. It's what I woke up. And so I love to do it. I'm gonna do it. I have to stop him.
Were you in pain after you woke up? The first time?
I wasn't buried. And so I don't know how long it was, but I woke up. It was sunburnt. And I feel pain, and I feel hunger, and I feel exhaustion, and I can't feel any of them. I'm just empty.
I want to
Whip out
kneel
both
down.
arbitraries loot. Everybody get tuned.
blow up the whole ship. I want to kneel down next to Olive and Mud and put my hand on Mud's where it's resting on Olive's back, and say, You're not empty. You are full of the advice you give to Rahi when she's mad or freaking out or upset. You are full of the way that you protect us and the way that we protect you. And I know it might be hard to feel like it, but you are full of all the things that make you you, whether /Claw is breathing or not. Even if that's hard to believe, we'll believe it for you until you can.
I crawled into the water. I didn't drown. I don't need to breathe. And I swam alongside the mop until I found the arbor. And I can't remember anything good. I know it happened. It had to happen. I know. And meeting you guys, I don't. I want to believe, but hoping is agony. And so, can you be patient with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
I'm not there. I'm not there. Here. Here.
There are two, if I may. Oh, I don't want to cut you off.
With you. All of you. I'm here.
I don't want to cut you off, but before we get back to the chase, because again, you guys are still being pursued throughout all of this.
Oh my god.
There is just an hour of rest, basically. If you guys want to take a short rest, you definitely can.
Oh, fuck
Yes.
yeah.
Where you guys are able to
Oh.
have this conversation, kind of like put yourselves together. And while you guys are doing that short rest real quick, there are two little interactions from that coming from Mud. Two interactions I would love to have very quickly, if I may. I'm going to do this in order of most complex to least complex. Number one is Doug. Doug hears this as Doug is on the captain's deck with you, as is making plans with Dura and Cade and Otto to get back to your ships as fast as possible. And Doug comes over to you after this and speaks to you, Mud, and just says, he points to you and he casts message on you to not get any closer and goes, "Hello. I am Doug. We have not met yet. What is your name?"
I'm called Mud.
Then I will call you Mud. I don't wish to get closer to you. I do not wish to touch you. I want you to know that to speak as plainly as possible, to not be insulting or condescending, I am a necromancer. And I apologize for overhearing your conversation from before. I noticed the wounds on your chest and on your back. And if it would be appropriate, if you would want me to, I have the ability to undo that damage to you. I am not able to return you to how you were before, but if you wish to be whole again, I can help.
Okay, that's a lot. Fuck.
In no way do you have to respond yes now. I apologize if I'm coming on too strongly. I simply wanted to give you the offer in this downtime that we have.
I'm still holding. Sorry, I'm still holding Mud as
Mhm.
Doug approaches, and as I see him approach, I say to Mud, "It's okay. He's a friend. He's powerful, but powerful for good."
Okay. I mean, I don't personally have any beef with necromancers. They seem like people. I don't know. I don't know much. Okay. Well, ooh, this is the most social interaction and most physical contact I've had in a very long time. Okay. I'm just kind of just like
It
for
can
a
be-
little bit.
I understand that physical contact is difficult for you, and I want to respect that. Simply find me after all of this, and I can help you, if you wish.
Okay. Okay. Oh, you're a real cool guy. This guy's real cool. It's so cool on this boat out and underground where it smells like shit. It smells like water.
Doug looks to you, and he notices kind of like how you twinge when you're like, I'm called Mud, and I'm called Mud, and he just goes, friend, thank you so much for speaking with me. And the message dampens, and he turns and goes back to planning with Auto Cadendura.
Cool, cool. Everybody's a fucking wizard.
And then, very simply, as Olive is holding you, Mud, you're able to feel another powerful hug come in from your opposite side. And as you're able to kind of turn your head and look to see who this is holding you from behind, you're able to see this is Rahi. Her eyes as closed as they can be, is just holding you very silently.
I disentangle myself and let them have their moment.
Rahi looks to you, Olive, and immediately goes, "Don't let go. He needs our support right now."
Okay, I wasn't sure if the two of you wanted to have a moment.
No, we're gonna stay here and we're gonna support him. Okay?
Okay. I go back. I get back in there.
She goes, we can hold him tight. If I can grab your shoulders, I can pull you closer to him too if you want that.
Mud, do you want that?
You're squeezing me real tight right now.
Okay. Rahi, I think just your support will be okay for the moment. I'm going to disentangle myself. Don't squeeze too hard.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to go over here.
She lets you go. And Rahi just kind of arm over one shoulder, over under one arm, just kind of like holds you tight to her. And she just says to you very quickly, she goes, You're not empty. You're not empty. And give me a quick insight check before we cut back to the action.
Hey, okay, well then. Also, I used all my hit dice, and I'm back at full health.
Let's go.
15.
With a 15, Mud, you get the sense, of course, like you and Rahi having bonded in certain ways. Just like, oh yeah, having these conversations. You get and also hearing what she said as she was crawling through that muck, you get the sense she's not just speaking to you when she says that.
I think with his very surprising strength, he hugs her back super tight and just kind of, in a way in which like he was this tightly wound up ball with Olive, like the conversation he had with Rahi about like, how do you not be scared still? He just kind of just noodles a little bit in her grip and he's like, he just, yeah.
You noodle a little bit, holds you, and you and her are able to stay entangled for the next like 15, 20 minutes or so. As we're ready to escape from the Arbor, as we need to hop back, as you guys are you guys are going so fast, you're coming up on Altim, and you guys
lower the tone.
Let me just boop. Excellent. As you're able to hear Otto scream out, 3 ships right in front of us. I'm gonna ram them all.
It's your guys' ship.
Ships.
Captain Waybreak, please.
We need those.
Oh, don't do that. I'm sorry for pushing up your cleric. Please, not of ships. Please, I beg.
Her is still crying. It's been fucking 2 hours.
This is too much. It's too emotional. Everybody's such sad, cute things.
Okay. Otto goes, don't ram them.
No.
No.
Dock alongside them.
I'm not going to dock. He points back, and there are like 3 pirate ships actively pursuing you guys. And he goes, why don't I just go beside him and you guys can swing over
That
to
also
him
works.
then?
That also works. I
All right.
apologize.
Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent.
How are we getting? What's the dog's name?
I don't. Rahi,
Yeah?
you worked with this animal, yes?
Yeah.
Does it have a name?
No.
Okay. Right now, we'll figure it out. Right now, I'll call it Josuva.
Okay, will the dog be able to jump onto the other ship, or what's
It's
going
got
on?
a pretty good horizontal leap. I think.
Perfect.
I-
Not a
Perfect.
doubt in my mind.
8-foot vertical leap.
leap.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
just
yeah.
imagine Ryan
These
be like,
things,
huh?
they're holding mud. Your feet are off the ground, and Rahi's like, these things are beautiful creatures because they're so agile. It's wonderful. We have to go. Okay, who's coming to the Cat 5?
Yes.
I like animals too.
Do you want me on the Cat 5 or do you want me on the Ramshackle, everyone?
I think the Ramshackle crew should go on the Ramshackle. Rahi, you have a full crew, yes?
Yeah, I got a full crew that's been waiting for months.
Then yes, go captain your ship. If that's alright. Heard if you want to go on the Cat 5, you're.
No, I'll go on the Ramshackle with you all for now.
What?
All right.
What? Whose
Yes.
ship is what? Where do I go?
You're with us, Mud.
What's-
Oh,
You've
right.
Never been.
Ours is the ramshackle.
You're with us, Mud.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you
The
get to
tiny
meet
shitty
him.
one.
You get to meet him.
Who?
All right, we gotta go.
Because we had a short rest, which is like an hour.
Yes.
So I'm assuming the fly on Cowrie is dropped.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Mud
No,
doesn't
that's
have
fine.
jump anymore.
That's fine. That's fine. Because okay, Coral and I will go on Chosuva, Mud, and I will
Yeah.
hold your hand, and I will cast Fly on you. Anyone who cannot get themselves across, you help them. All right?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. Excellent. You guys are able to. Durgo's port side coming up on it now. And you guys are going like 25, 30 miles an hour as you're hauling it towards all of your ships, and you realize you're gonna have to jump off of the old guard while it's moving and hit onto the ramshackles, like either like grab onto the mast, grab some rigging, hit onto the actual sail of it, like the actual mast of it. Whatever it happens to be, you guys are gonna be this is dangerous still, even getting back to your ships. So how's everybody getting back onto the ship?
I'm gonna mount back on Chosuva. Give it so many treats.
Okay, excellent. So many treats to Shisuva, excellent. Cowrie, how are you getting on the ship?
I
Need a lift?
that would be great. Thank you, Mud.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll pick Cowrie up. Fly her over.
Like an American
fly them
Girl
over.
doll. Excellent. And then her, how you getting there?
I think I'm just gonna levitate off the deck, and then once Mud takes Cowrie to the ship, then Mud can just take me also to the ship because I'm just
Oh.
in the air.
Okay.
Can I hold your hand so we drag you
Yeah, you
across?
just drag me across.
It's just a daisy chain.
Perfect.
Thanks, guys.
Mud, you're the only person I need to make a quick athletics check for me.
Cool. Can I get advantage?
Yes,
'Cause
yes, you
I'm-
may.
Also, I'm gonna throw a bend luck, add a D4 to this
Okay.
roll. Mud.
Okay, great, cool. I mean, I do add this is athletics.
Yes.
I do add a +8 to this as well. Cool, that's 21.
Oh, yeah, easy fucking peasy. As Coral and Olive
that
and
luck did help.
Shosuva jump off of the old guard and are able to drag claws across the deck of the ramshackle. Rahi grabs the Duke, flies the Duke over to the cornucopia, drops him off on the cornucopia, goes to the Cat 5, starts captaining the Cat 5, and the wonderful daisy chain of Mud, Cowrie, and her being pulled elegantly through the night sky. You guys are able to hit the deck of the ramshackle as well, and you're able to hear her. You're back. It's been a very long time. And him is standing there at the helm as you go and give him a big hug.
Biggest hug. The biggest hug. My man, my boy, I missed you so much.
I've missed you as well. I have been shown the finer things in life by Emily, the first mate of the Duke LaCroix's crew, and it is wonderful.
Oh, well, I am so happy for you. You need to
We need to
introduce
go.
us someday. Okay, we gotta go.
Excellent. Loose the
Mud will
mat.
fly around and do his best to help, like, pull anchor
The
and
ships
stuff.
are ready to rock and ready to ride, and immediately as you all touch down, it full sail, all of you, wind catches it, and you are able to begin gliding off behind the old guard. But the action isn't over yet. We have a little bit more to do, then we're going to call it for the evening. Sound good?
Got it.
Okay. You guys start whipping
sweating.
it, and we're gonna cut forward right until you guys are essentially, because you're all behind the wheel of the ship, right? Because you're all kind of piloting the ship right now. Everybody here, give me.
Take the wheel.
Everybody here, please give me either a nature check or a survival check, or actually, hold on, wait. Actually, scratch that. Give me whatever check you think would be most appropriate for you to help out around the ship to make it go faster.
Can I pick athletics?
Yes, you may.
Cool, that's a 26.
Okay.
I got a 22 acrobatics.
Okay.
I got a
rigging.
Okay.
I got a 21 sleight of hand as I'm just like undoing sails and the ropes, whatever will help make the ship go as fast as possible.
Awesome. And her, what'd you select?
I did a 16 survival, and I think like I can believe within a certain radius I can change like the
Weather
storm,
effects,
like
yes.
the weather. So I'm pushing like wind towards the sail to get us faster.
Excellent. Okay, this is how it's working in tandem. Olive, Cowrie, and Mud, you're all working like in the riggings, like with the sails. You're using like, again, one central sail on one central mast, but with different kind of angling sails to basically catch the wind and push it towards the main one. You're calling out shifts in wind that you can control to basically always angle it so that the most amount of wind is being caught by the sails. And the moment you call it out, Olive, Cowrie, and Mud, through acrobatics or just pure raw leaping or all of those incredible handy skills that you have, are able to angle this so that everything is caught, everything is perfect. You're moving as fast as humanly possible. Mud, your first time being on the crew of a ship, and it's going pretty well. Effortless teamwork with all of you to get this moving in such a good direction. Sound good?
The power of friendship.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And we're going to cut forward by another hour as you guys are doing this. As you guys are making sure that everything's going perfectly here. And now, a couple things. You guys look out, maybe only 10, 20 miles away. The bracelet, the beads of the bracelet, and you guys realize that there's only one way for you guys to get out, the same way that you got in. You're able to see the ice-damaged, structurally crumbling bead of the bracelet that Rhyme damaged so long ago. And you realize as you look behind you and you see 3 leading it, 5 behind that, 10 behind that, 100 behind that, pirate ships all after you and your fleet. What needs to be done now, the pirate ships behind you need to be slowed, and the bead of the bracelet, that chain needs to go down to stop all these ships. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, can I lift it?
Okay, so a couple things here. Number 1, the ships behind you have to be slowed. Who here would like to try to slow the ships down?
I think I can try. I
Okay.
think I got some spells or something.
Excellent, okay.
Let me look. Oh, I can do... Yeah, so I'll do like... I can either do Tidal Wave or I can do Gust of... maybe Gust of Wind, and then I'll use some sorcery points to distant spell.
Okay.
Let me look. Let me read this real quick. When you cast a spell, you can spend 1 sorcery point to double the range of the spell. So I will use... I'll do Gust of Wind. Oh, it's only 15 feet away. Let me look at Tidal Wave. I'm sorry.
You are all good. Actually, tidal wave would be very effective.
Yeah, I'm gonna do tidal wave and then I'll double it. So it'll be like 60 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 20 feet tall.
Give me a quick. I need to roll 3 con saves for those ships. We're gonna make this very simple. This is not how it's gonna go in the future, but this is just so badass. You're able to send this massive tidal wave up, literally from nowhere, towards these ships. And you're able to watch as these, like, again, small schooners, similar to the Ramshackle's build. They all Rogue Wave! And you watch as they are dwarfed by this huge 60-foot-long tidal wave that completely engulfs all of them. And as it moves over them, you're able to watch as the wave then dissipates. The 3 leading ships are now either on their side or completely upside down as you have knocked out the first wave of ships pursuing you.
Nice.
Absolutely killer. Anybody else want to help slow down the ships? Yes, Mud, what's up?
Oh, well, Mud would turn to Rahi and say, I need your help.
Well, yeah, Rahi's on the Cat 5. She is.
Oh, and he'll fly over.
Yeah, you fly over to the Cat 5.
Because Mud would like to, with Rahi's help, see if they can, like, engage the mechanisms of the chain or something to, like, lift it up after we sail through it.
So right now the chain is suspended above the ships, not below them.
Oh, okay. So to, like, lower it after we pass through.
Rahi looks to you, Mud, and goes, "Are you telling me you want to go inside of the mechanism and break it to lower it?"
Yeah.
Goddamn right we're doing that. And immediately Rahi basically points over to her first mate and goes, "Bruiser, you are going to be helming this. Get us close by. I'm going to get him and me up there." And Bruiser goes, "All right, no problem." And you guys basically prepare to fly up to the bracelet and break it at the perfect time. Make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent. Olive and Cowrie, do you want to help Mud and Rahi with their excursion inside of the bracelet's bead, or do you guys want to slow ships down?
What were the two? It was slow the ship or
Slow the ship or deal with the bracelet. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna help slow the ship. I feel like between the two of them, I feel like they've got it covered.
We also have those special things with the
You do.
ship,
You can use the
right?
Ramshackle special abilities as well. Yes.
Yeah.
those over.
Oh, frick.
It's a Google Doc.
Yeah. But I think if my memory is right, because I got nothing that can help our magic wise. I'll go to the ship's jettison, and prepare to, like, dump all the water into it to help propel us further out.
Okay, killer. So you want to prepare that action for when Mud and Rahi get their business done.
Yeah, as soon as we're through, I just want to.
Got it. Okay, excellent. Give me a quick strategy check, intelligence plus proficiency. As Cowrie, you're thinking about what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Intelligence plus proficiency. 13.
13. I'll say with the 13, you realize that if you wanted to do that, you can't just leave Rahi and Mud there on the bracelet. You would need to time it perfectly to catch them as they're flying down towards the ship and just beat the chain.
Yeah.
What you can do, it's going to take some planning on your part.
Yeah.
It's all going to be down to you, okay?
Can I change my idea?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Instead, I want to use the water pump blast feature of the ramshackle.
100%. Just give me a quick readout of how exactly that works for opposing ships.
For attack, custom bilge pump with 4 different exhaust points. Pirate ships often had a small amount of water accumulating in the bilge of the ship, which would have to be drained regularly in order to avoid detriment to the ship. However, as water genasi sorcerer, you've learned to harness Chor into a weapon. You can concentrate the expulsion of this water into a water-cutting beam, acting as a way to attack ships approaching from ahead, behind, or either side. It is a attack plus charisma, and the damage is 3d10 plus charisma.
Okay, killer. If you want to make that attack roll now, you definitely can. Just go ahead. If you want to do that now, or do you want to wait a little bit?
Because her tidal wave pushed back the first wave,
yes,
right?
First wave, yes.
But there's still ships coming?
Yes, there are a lot.
A lot? Okay, then yeah, I'll do that now.
Okay, excellent. Go ahead and do that now. Go ahead and roll that attack for me.
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Cowrie, what do you want to do?
I am going to climb up to the puckle gun, which is the
That's Yorda's special. That's AJ's special weapon.
Yeah, because mine is spell slots, and I don't really have anything that's gonna help right now.
Okay.
And I want to find the biggest, most fast-moving ship at the front of whatever is approaching us and fire that at the ship.
Oh, go ahead and no need to give the description. You can just roll whatever the attack is for that, and then go from there.
That is attack plus dex. Okay. Can I flip my coin?
Yes, you can. Yes.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
That coin.
Flip that
I'm
coin.
gonna roll a different die.
Roll a different die.
Oh no.
Both are bad. Higher roll was a 9.
A 9, okay. Having not been on the ramshackle in so long, Olive, you as a bilge pump blast comes out of the rear of the ship, and it marks an approaching galleon from behind you by dousing it with water. Cowrie, seeing that stream go out and douse this first ship, marking it for you, and you begin firing the puckle gun. The amount of recoil on this thing is absolutely insane, and you hit everything but the ship you're aiming for. I'll say that you even hit a ship off and behind the ship you're aiming for, but you do not hit the ship that you're aiming for.
Cool.
As you guys are doing your best, again, sounds of warfare and the puckle gun going off, the bilge pump going off, the salty sea wind in your hair. You're at the rear of the captain's deck, looking back towards these approaching ships, summoning this huge tidal wave. Mud, you are able to kind of jump and swing your way over to the Cat 5, have that conversation with Rahi.
I can fly.
Oh wait, you can. Oh
Yeah.
I casted
I'll
fly.
look
oh yes.
Oh, but you said it took an hour. Sorry, you said it took an hour to get to the bracelet, though, right?
Ooh.
From where we originally
allow
were?
that. That's cool. That's
Cool,
fine.
just checking.
I'll allow that. Cast fly on you, and you're able to watch as the Duke's ship pulls back towards the approaching fleet and begins moving in a cockeyed fashion, and you're able to watch as brown liquid begins trailing out of the rear of his ship and begins to it begins to be set ablaze, as you all are able to smell. It almost smells like creme brulee in the air with the salty sea wind, as he's dumping very expensive liquor out of the back of his ship and setting it on fire to set ships ablaze that go through.
Nice.
And Mud, as you're kind of swinging,
Glory.
you're able to watch as basically Otto yells out to the captain of as the captain of the Old Guard and goes, "Ready! Portside cannons!" And immediately the ship, Dura raises up her hands, Doug as well, and an insane whirlpool begins to rotate Otto's ship as it's moving, as off of the entire side, 32 guns strong, a complete volley of cannonballs comes exploding out as this ship does a full 360 deja vu, and then turns back and then gets back in formation with the rest of you. Rahi
I
and
have
Mud.
been in this place before.
You go over to Rahi's ship. You're able to rush over, and you guys are now approaching the bead of the bracelet. Rahi grabs onto you underneath both your arms and flies you guys up. Give me a. Would you like to give Rahi advantage on an athletics check to fly as fast as she humanly can?
What's her athletics modifier?
Her athletics modifier is I actually have this. Where is it? Her athletics modifier is a +7.
Mine's a +8.
Okay,
so-
go ahead. You make it 4. No problem.
Okay. 25.
You fly so fast. Salty sea wind in your hair. You begin almost like crying as you begin whipping up, and you come to an icy, destroyed structure. And luckily, where the chain of the bracelet is being held up, there's a massive gaping hole 80 feet into the air that you and Rahi are able to get into, as you see workers being like, "What the heck are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here. This is a restricted section. Where are you guys going to?" As you just punch him.
I punch one, non-lethal.
Give me a quick attack roll.
Yeah, that's fuck. Hang on, sorry. That's a 25.
25. You and Rai, it's like, what are you gonna do? Punch me? You and Rai both just cold clock these two employees and knock them out immediately. And you guys are able to see this. It's the size of two people. It's a huge steel link chain connected to a rotating cylinder that's leading itself back into the section of the bracelet. And you and Rahi look at it and go, "How are we gonna break this thing?"
I don't know.
Rahi looks out of the hole and sees the ships approaching the underside of the bracelet and goes, "Well, we gotta break it now."
Hang on. Rahi, you could do lightning, right?
Yeah.
Can we find a weakness in the chain? Like, can I find where, like, it's been welded in one part, like the chain link together?
Yeah, it's super obvious. Like, it's like a foot wide. It's this massive, like, welded metal. I'm fucking running out of steam, guys.
And I would like, I'd like to use Rahi's electricity to break it in that one part. Can I? Fuck, I don't have any things. Can I cast infestation on it and try and find? No, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Throw that out. We're not doing that.
Okay.
And I'll just go, Rahi, like, and it's channel your electricity right here. Electricity needs a positive charge. Or to positive ground. And Mud will just hold on to it and put his hand on the ground and say, "Just go for it."
That's not how any of my stuff works.
I don't know. I'm panicking.
I have an idea that you're not gonna like.
Okay.
If I get under it and summon the pylon, that's my glaive, it's gonna hit the chain with lightning. If it heats it up enough into molten metal, if you put your hands in it, you might be able to rip it apart. I'm only saying this, and I mean this with no offense. You literally aren't alive, and it looks at your back and goes, "And you don't need skin."
I mean, I do feel pain, but okay.
Yeah, well, we're being chased by 100 fucking pirate ships. What's up?
Just fucking do it.
Rahi gets underneath this piece of welded metal. So, like, she climbs out onto, like, a section of the chain that's currently, like, hanging onto the next section of the bracelet, and she gets underneath it. She waits for you to climb out as well if you want to, like, get into position.
I do.
You climb out, and she goes, "Here we go!" And she puts her hand up, and storm clouds out of nowhere, and lightning comes down and attempts to strike her hand, but she is currently underneath this link of the chain, and it begins to strike directly into this welded section of the chain. And I'm gonna make a quick nature check for Rahi to see how powerful this is. It's a nat 20 from Rahi. Very useful to have that happen right there. As you watch as this, like, blue and white hot electric energy, all of your hair stands up immediately as it begins to be conducted directly into this welded point, and you're able to see maybe a foot wide by a foot tall white hot liquid metal begins to form at this welded point of the chain.
I will take out my shield that I have never used. And I want to drive it into that part of the chain.
I'm going to need...
And then just, like, wedge it.
I'm going to need an athletics check.
Simple tools.
So very important, an athletics check. Absolutely. And you're going to get advantage because Rahi is going to help you.
Okay. That's a 22.
Okay, 22. Excellent. we are both, and I need you to get out a lot of dice for this. We are both going to roll 10d10 right now.
Okay.
The total of this has to beat 100. Okay?
Wait, what?
Is there any way? How far away are we? Is there any way I could do anything? No, I don't even. Oh, I have a.
You
chaos
see a
bolt.
lightning strike come down,
We're both
and you have to
rolling
get
10d10.
You get 10d10. Yeah, I'm getting out 10d10 as well. What do you want to do
Oh,
to help
I thought
this?
you meant.
Oh,
No. What the fuck? What kind of statistics would that be?
I was like, huh?
Oh, combined. I was like, that's not possible.
You can't do that.
Because
statistically impossible.
you would have to roll 10 tens and I don't know.
As you see,
Add something.
Perth, this is
Because
your
I
forte. You see this lightning magic. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna convert 5 sorcery points for a third level spell slot, and I'm gonna cast lightning bolt, which I believe the range is 100 feet. Are we about 100 feet away?
I will say yes, absolutely. You're able to strike down at the same point that Rahi's summoning this lightning from. And I'm gonna say because it's metal and you're summoning with Rahi, I'm gonna say it automatically hits, no save.
Okay.
Can I, as I'm pushing the one thing in, can I also attack with my moonsicle and add a d4?
Yeah, sure, no
Wow.
problem.
Cool. Okay.
Wait, hold on, wait for Gab first to give us the number. Hold on, wait, Moss, don't count yet. Don't
Okay.
count.
I'm not. One drop.
Oh man.
Would anybody else like to help in any way by attacking the chain?
Are we
Can I attack it with the puckle gun?
If you make an attack roll, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's.
Can I start counting?
Hold on 1 sec.
'Cause I'm slow.
Let me
Okay.
just make sure I did this right.
Are we coming up on the chain?
Yes, you are. Yes.
Oh, can I attack with the bilge pump gun, water gun?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Yes.
I got a 22 with the puckle gun.
22. It was gonna hit. AC was 20.
Motherfucker.
Great fucking job.
It's 4d8 plus dex.
4d8. Excellent. You roll that. This is all being subtracted from 100, by the way.
Okay.
All
I
roll
roll-
with advantage.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. I got you.
That's 21 points of damage.
Got it.
Mine's 23 points of damage.
17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 to hit because of the white hot lit. So you're not aiming for the metal because you understand that the water would just bounce it off. You aim towards the molten lead, basically the molten steel, not to cool it down, to brush some of it away. Because all you need to do is get some water in there for it to basically destabilize the entire. Like it's water cutting of metal. This is what's done in factories in the real world. And so I now need to keep. I gotta get up the fucking calculator app real quick.
Okay, I'm gonna do my math now.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
I'm
I
sorry.
got.
Hold on, sorry. I need to roll damage.
Go ahead and roll
20.
damage. So we got 21, right?
That was Cowrie, right?
21 plus 23 from you,
Yes.
Gab, right?
Yes, 23.
Okay.
The one.
18 points of damage from the water pump blast.
Plus 18.
55 damage from mud.
Plus 55 damage from mud. I'm very happy to say this. I don't even need to count Rahi's damage because you guys have already hit the 100 threshold to destroy this link of the chain. You guys look up and you see the lightning strike. And you realize,
Fleetwood Mac plays.
oh, this has to work. Oh, good lord. And you're able to watch as, like, again, you guys are taking up the rear of the entire fleet now, as you're like, we gotta drop this right now, we're all fucked. We're gonna get run down in the middle of the night. They're gonna chase us down to the end of fucking time. We have no lead here. There's 100 ships behind us. We gotta go. And Mud, you're able to take your shield as the molten core of the chain begins to form. You shove your shield as deep in it as it can go, and you begin to pull on it without damaging your hands as hard as you possibly can, and you just watch the slightest little sliver of molten energy begin to erupt out, basically, like almost like splintering out. Cower, you attack with a puckle gun, correct?
Yes.
As you, Mud, as you continue like pulling on that shield, you look over and you hear, And you look over and you're able to just notice 4 or 5 shots of a straight up like cannon gun coming towards you, and you let go and you watch as it begins to and explodes danger close, wicked close to you, as the metal begins to shrapnel and splinter as it goes a little bit deeper. What did you attack with again?
Lightning bolt.
A lightning bolt. You are able to summon the power of the storm and strike directly into the shield, heating it up even further, driving essentially the heated up aspect of it even deeper in, adding to Rahi's energy, as you're just able to feel an incredibly satisfying resonance between you and Rahi in this moment. And although Rahi said, I need Charlotte, I feel like Rahi needs her instead. And finally, Olive, on your, if you weren't a pirate before, you certainly are now, as with perfect aim, with 300 yards to go, you're able to, and you fire a blast from the bilge pump, and you, Mud, as you're kind of backing up, you realize as your shield is melting, your shield's destroyed, by the way, you're not getting that back, as it is destroyed and melting into the core. Able to watch as this stream of water perfectly, maybe only like 10, 15 yards of it, and strikes directly into the molten metal. And if you guys didn't know what happens to molten metal when it's dumped into water uncontrolled, it begins to expand very rapidly as this molten core that has dug so deep into the center of the chain begins to, as you're able to watch as this link snaps open and immediately is bent apart by the weight of the chain that's supporting it on either end, and the chain, the largest and heaviest thing you've ever seen, begins to fall out of the sky. Olive, you have a horrifying thought. You guys are like, yes! First of all, Mud and Rahi begin to just fall out of the sky and begin to just plummet 80 feet down to the water.
Wait, Mud's flying. Mud's
they can both fly.
Yeah, right, they're both flying. We're fine. No problem. And Olive, you realize in this moment that the ramshackle's not going to make it. You need to go faster.
Can I pump water into the jettison?
You are able to use your jettison ability.
Okay,
and you're
then
able
I
to
do that.
watch as the cornucopia, the Cat 5, and the Old Guard, they all escape out of the barrier of the Palms Bay. And Olive, with one final look back towards this fleet of pirates chasing after you, is there anything you say or anything you think before you activate the jettison? You are able to see so many pirates.
I mimic her. I do it too.
Mud flips off, Cowrie flips off, Olive flips off, her flips off, Rahi shoots with the finger, the Duke and Otto and Cade and Dura and Doug, all of them flip off the pirates chasing you as the large explosion of water that you could have summoned, as the ramshackle begins skipping over smaller waves because you are going so fast, as the chain is coming down, and just by about maybe 10, 20 feet, you're able to shoot directly under the chain and escape from the Palms Bay as the chain lands in the water. As it lands in the water, the pursuing ships, the 20, 30 of them that are unable to stop themselves, as the chain begins to slowly begin to sink, they begin to scrape their hulls against it, tearing their ships into, immediately destroyed. This is what chains were built for. And the rest of the ships begin to turn off, desperately attempting to stop themselves before they are destroyed by the incredible act of ingenuity by Morchi, as you have successfully escaped the Arbor. And ladies and gentlemen, are we all having a good time?
Yeah!
Oh my goodness, we did!
And that is where
It's
we're going
only
to end
taken
tonight's
25
session.
episodes.
25 episodes on the dot. We're at the 3-hour mark. I gotta go to bed. Holy shit. Excellent job, guys. That was incredible.
Guys. Ooh.
That's a lot. And now the only question is, where in the world are you gonna go next? Holy shit. That was so much. There were so many things that happened there.
You fucking hallowed one! You
Yeah, holy shit.
Holy shit, what the fuck?
Who are we pointing to, Drew or Mud?
Mud!
Mud!
Oh, yeah.
Undead
Oh,
motherfucker!
What's going on there?
What's up with that?
What the fuck is up with that?
You're muted.
you're
Cannot
muted,
hear
friend.
you, friend.
What, like, none of you fucking checked. Well, also, we probably don't have the spells for it, but like, if Yorda had done Divine Sense or something like that, Mud would have shown up as undead.
Yep.
Man.
Wow.
Mud, yeah, he's a hollowed one. It's one of his feats that he took.
Wow.
Sheesh.
Wild.
Yeah.
And I also
that-
got rid of
that-
the cleric who might have also had some sort of divine.
Yeah.
I can't believe I did that. I can't
You
believe-
chucked him overboard. Gab, you do a lot of shit that I absolutely enjoy that's just crazy, and usually I can see the point. That was the most pointless thing I've ever seen you do.
He was just so mean.
You wouldn't let the dog on the ship.
Ship.
We have a dog.
We have a dog.
We have a dog.
You got a dog. You got a coral, too.
It's
dog
Coral.
Yay.
It's the fact that I went, does he have a character card? And you went, yeah.
He has
Threw
been
it over
around
your
since
shoulder.
Auto Wave Break's introduction, and who knew that his endpoint was going to be thrown overboard by her for no reason?
He was mean to the
Should have let the dog on board, dude.
Although, if there was one thing to earn Auto's respect, just start beating people up for no reason. He'll find a reason to love you.
We need a cleric, though, and I fucked this over.
It's fine. We've gotten
It's
this far
fine.
without a cleric.
We've got like one potion each, and that's
Have
Mud
no
still has 3
fear.
doses of his restorative ointment, so we're okay.
Oh, and also, after the fucking blitz,
He's got cure wounds.
after the blitz of the last 4 sessions, I think we're gonna take our foot off the gas a little bit, no matter where you go. I want to not try to.
play on the ship.
Yeah.
Play on the ship.
We'll put on the ship.
Lisa,
What's
I
up?
just want to say, sorry, one more thing about
go.
Mud is the thing that he was doing, he has a thing called Cling to Life. When you make a death saving throw and roll
Yeah.
16 or higher, you regain 1 hit point.
Yep.
Wow.
He's hard to kill.
Yep.
Wow.
And
Do we
What?
level up?
and as you guys have escaped from the Palms Bay, you do in fact level up.
And Gary has 3 fucking magical loots. That's so.
That's nuts.
We are
That's-
stacked.
Oh.
And what I will say is that you guys are going to need that level up. They're going to become fewer and more far between as you guys have an entire world to explore. And I'm going to need you guys to all talk behind the scenes and let me know where in the world you guys are going next. This map here, irrelevant. Looks like I got to make another one.
Bye-bye, Arbor.
Goodbye, the Arbor.
Goodbye, Arbor.
Bye.
You are honestly the best. A little fucking sermon for the Arbor. The most fun city I've ever made. I love this game. I love the Arbor. I love the Arbor deeply. The Arbor makes me. The Arbor was so much fun to design. I love piracy. I love all of it. Godspeed, the Arbor.
Godspeed.
Speed.
Glory, glory.
It was fun. And like 25 sessions in the Arbor.
Nice.
That, like, wait until you get to the underhand. Like, fucking. But I can also say, just going forward for how episodes are going to work, there will be no place as dense as the Arbor was in terms of pacing. It will be like, not even the mop will take this long to get through. Do not worry.
I mean, it
You mean a
could.
year of real
We
time?
could make it.
Good.
We
Yeah.
could fuck it up.
The pace is going to be picking up a little bit, guys, and I hope you're excited for that.
Why? Do you want the palm of the fist to end?
No, this game, I don't think you know how big this world is and
It's
how
true.
much shit
It's
there
a
is to
big
do.
world.
You guys gotta go back to the Blar
Fortress.
Fortress.
Be like,
Like,
oh,
yeah.
we should set a base there. We should set a base there. That'd be so cool.
Oh.
I
Have
gave
a
Moss
fortress.
li-
Let's commandeer it.
I gave Moss a little bit of, because if you guys remember from the first ever session, Cinta was playing his lute to try to get in. It wasn't the music that was wrong; it was the lute. And so, if you guys want to get into, if you guys want to get into Blar Fortress, if you guys want to go back there, there's ever a reason. If you guys don't have a base anymore. Besides your ship, you don't have a base. So who knows? Might be cool, I guess.
Maybe they can
Oh,
do
we got
ship
a lot to
repairs
talk
there
about.
too. Maybe the robots can do ship repairs.
Let's bring that orb with us.
The one singular
Yeah.
ball friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
ball
that's-
friend.
Are we still streaming?
We
I
are
don't-
still streaming, yes.
Oh, hold up. I gotta pull up a picture of the ball friend.
Okay, yes.
Friend.
Ball friend.
But yes, 25 episodes. And
Oh
anybody
my
that's stuck with
God.
us for episode 25, anybody that stuck with us for 25 episodes, looking back on episode 1, with how bad it was, truly, and how nervous we all were, to get to now, episode 25, where I just concluded, at least for me, personal accomplishment for myself, not to mention the incredible improvement for all of you guys. You all have become so comfortable and so incredibly good at like just the roleplay and the combat and just your own understanding of your characters. It's fucking awesome. You guys have done nothing but improve, and it's so fucking cool, and I love all of you. You're so super awesome. But also, at least for myself, personal point of pride, to have the best city I've ever made in D&D be the first city ever debuted, and to have it grow and evolve and like become so cool, I'm so happy with how this turned out, and just thank you anybody that's going on this journey with us. We really appreciate you.
I love y'all.
But yeah, you want to pull up ball friend,
Thank you
Gab?
for joining us.
I
at the
literally don't know what
table.
channel it's on. I'm looking.
Ooh.
I'll find
NPC
him.
list?
NPCs.
I'll
Oh,
find
is
him.
it
I'll
in-
find him.
Is it an NPC list or is it in character?
Her has a friend that's a ball. Let me find it.
But it's in the pictures Kate made. Kate with a K.
I'll give a little prelude. Here's
Here's
the
yeah, that
ball
would be player
friend.
characters. But I
That's
think
ball
there's
friend.
also
He's a
another.
ball. There he is. Ugh.
I love him.
He's a ball.
All.
Wait a
find
second.
someone
I'm so
else.
dumb. I think I still
Here
have
he is.
it.
Here he is. Here he is. Here he is.
Yeah, I just showed him off. Yeah, yeah, that's the same picture.
Sorry, I didn't see you do that.
But I also
Dang it.
can't. Yeah, I can't find it for from Kate's either. But we actually had a friend do art of the Palm of the Fist characters, and one of
That was
them
very
was for
cool.
Ball Friend, which is super cool.
Oh, it's probably in memes and media because it's media. Oh, Arch memes and media channel. So we feel
It's so
bad.
backlog. We
So
put so
much
much
stuff
shit in there.
So
Where am
much
I?
glee.
Ooh, that's
So much
funny.
glee.
So much glee.
There's a lot.
I have it saved somewhere.
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling.
I think I have it saved in my photos. I can.
Yeah, I did too at one point, and I just
Oh, my lord.
I just caught up to the Barbie memes.
Ah.
oh wow.
Oh, but yeah, but like for anybody wondering where it's gonna go next, we have Olive's hometown. We have Balar Fortress, which is a dwarven fortress, square and weird and all automated, full of robots. We have the Well, which is where Ophia Wheelso is from. Pirate Vegas, who they were chased out of. We have Tangleroot, the Slaver Isle of Druids that Mud is from. Where
Isle-
Barnum is from for Cowrie. There's a ton of places to go.
We also the one with oh, I found them. Also the isles that Rhyme just visited and iced everything over.
The Promise Isle, yes,
Promise
yes.
Isle. So
Ooh.
oh, I
blurred.
gotta unblur myself.
What the fuck? What, did you just show fucking nudes? Why was it blurred out? Like,
Because my thing's blurred. Okay, so that's the little ball friend from the drawing, and that's me. I made a ball friend.
that's her, baby.
It's a me.
It's why is it pure white? Oh no, the glare, the glare.
White.
There she is. Oh, God.
I can't center it. There we
And
go.
also for 25
Nobody
episodes,
cares.
how are you all liking your characters? I know, Moss, you've gone through 2, but like, how's everyone like Kate for Olive and Darby for Cowrie and Gab for her? I hope it's all being done justice, and I hope it's all a lot of
Yes,
fun.
of course. You do so good at hurting cats.
So
when
glad.
I told you that my character's a wretched little boy, I meant it.
Yes, indeed. Oh, but yeah, I'm so happy that you guys are having a good time, and
Are you having a good time?
oh, well, I'm so. You guys wanted to make a YouTube channel with me, and that makes
Of
me really
course.
happy. And like, but more than anything else, like besides making content or anything, my main goal coming to this every single time is to make you guys have fun. Like to be okay. That sounds kind of weird.
We're gonna have fun.
To give you the opportunity to have the most fun possible. And it's been a journey going from episode 1 to episode 25, and also with Alateur being like, what is the most fun for this game, for these players, for these characters? What is the best time possible? And I found at least what works best, that I've gotten the best reviews on, is high octane set pieces and horror. And so it's gonna keep bouncing between those. Also the mystery elements, you guys have seemed to like that a lot, and every time I can write a session or like a new location or a new theme, it's so satisfying to challenge myself to do things I haven't done before, and it's so satisfying to get the positive feedback from you guys. It's absolutely awesome. So thank you every time in memoriam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
In this
Yeah.
wonderful, beautiful world.
Yeah. Oh, anytime. And there's so much. You just explored 2 places. There's 3 places. There's
We've explored maybe 1% of the entire world.
This is true. Like you played for 60 hours, and then it like hard cuts. And it's like you are 8% done with the game. It's like how?
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I'm excited to learn where you
Witcher
guys
3
are.
looking ass.
I'm excited to learn where you guys are gonna go next. And anyone that's watching right now, thank you so much. And we cannot wait for you to join us on whatever adventures come.
Thank you for joining us at the table.
Thank you for coming to the
It's always
table,
a pleasure
everybody.
to have you.
Really.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful night. Peace out.
Yarhar!
Yar.
Go home.